All right, shalom everybody. I hope my voice coming good to you. Let me know please if everything is coming from your side. We are live in Rumble and YouTube, not in Discord. Maybe later I can open Discord if I have to, but no need for now. Today our topic, is just to show you how bankrupt the Muslims are, how stupid they are. I can't believe really the stupidity of this religion. Every few years they come to you with a new trend. First, Muhammad in the Old Testament, Muhammad in the New Testament. Okay, like they are trying to say that we believe in the same God, right? But we know that the God of the Old Testament is not the same God of the Islam, like God of the Old Testament is a spirit. Their God don't have a spirit, and he is not a spirit. So we know from the beginning that this is absolutely false. But because they are bankrupt, they try to find their profit in every place, even if it's a trash can. And the Muslim today, there is no different. They went to the trash can of the Hindus. This is Sheikh Uthman, who did not know how to read his own Quran. He did not know anything in Arabic. People make tons of videos about him, laughing at his Arabic. He claimed to be a Sheikh. He claimed to have a master's degree in Hadith. But anyway, we have to say he have knowledge in ketchup. Those Muslims, they come with ideas and they spread the ideas, and then nobody notice how stupid they are. I will play for you this video, and this video I have a link for it. Let me be sure that the link for it there for Sheikh Uthman. Say hello to Sheikh Uthman. Potato, the coward. You don't even dare to say hi to me. Muta boy. He is hiding behind his burqa. So Sheikh Uthman, tell us, did you really find Prophet Muhammad in the Hindu scriptures? And who is his God according to the Hindus? Go.
I'm probably mispronouncing that, Sanskrit. But I read this from a Pandit. I'm going to mispronounce his name as well, so anybody who knows Sanskrit, I'm apologizing in advance.
Don't apologize. We know that you're an idiot, you cannot pronounce anything. I mean, if your Quran could not read it. Go.
Vida Parkarash.
Parkarash. I mean, you know what? I don't know what Parkarash mean, but I can say Parkarash is you. You look Parkarash. So what Parkarash said? Go ahead.
Upandayaya.
Bandayaya too? Oh, that's orang. Okay. Parkarash on the Bandayaya? Parkarash and Bandayaya, they will speak about Muhammad? Oh boy.
This is Sanskrit, so it's not.
Thank you. I was thinking this is English.
Like Hindi or Urdu even. But he wrote a very interesting research paper. You can find it translated online. And he is a scholar, Hindu scholar, at the Allahabad University in India.
Okay.
And he said from the writings of the earliest Hindu scriptures, there was to be what they call Kalki avatar, the last of the avatars or the last of the messengers. This is interesting. Because these writings predate the Prophet ﷺ.
Okay.
Now, I cannot make takhrij of these like I can with hadith. I'm depending on the research from these Hindu scholars. Right?
Okay.
This is not hadith science. This is their writings.
Just a potato. Where we can find this? Why you don't post a link for it? This Hindu scholar. Is that his name is Muhammad? This Hindu scholar?
But he said there are signs of his coming. He said the Kalaki avatar, he will be the last of all those that will speak on behalf of the Lord.
So your prophet name change, become Kalafi avatar? Your prophet name now is avatar? Okay. He will be the last what? He will be last what?
He will be the last of all those that will speak on behalf of the Lord.
Okay.
Meaning he will be the last messenger.
He will be the last messenger. That's Muhammad. Okay.
He will be born in a desert land.
That's Muhammad.
This is interesting, right?
Yeah.
He will be born in a desert land. his father will have the meaning of Vishnu Bhagat, yani the slave of God.
Vishnu Bhagat. That is Abdullah, the slave of God.
Abdullah. He said his mother's name will be Sumani, which will be the peaceful and the calm one, yani Amina.
Oh, Sumani, the peaceful, that means Amina. No, Amina does not mean that. Amina means secure. You know, she is secure, she is safe, not peaceful. You are an idiot. Continue. Now, we do not know really what he is saying, if it's true or not. If somebody is an Indian, you can tell me if you have an idea what this guy is talking about. So if there is an Indian who is here listening, let us know.
His food will be dates and olives. That's interesting, right? Because I mean, each one of these will match Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Absolutely. And his penis is small. What is missing? Nothing. It must be Muhammad. Perfect match.
He will be from an honored clan.
That's not Muhammad then. Read my book, Sex on Allah, and you will find that all of them, they are pervert. And even Khadija, her father refused to marry him to his daughter. I mean, his daughter, you know, those Arab, if the women, she get married first, that's it. I mean, she is used like a car, you know, she's used. So the more marriage she have, the less she is wanted. Even this woman who married many men before Muhammad, her father, he wanted to kill Muhammad because he dared to ask for his daughter hand. So this is why Khadija, she drugged the father. She made a party. She invited the people of Quraysh. She made them drunk. When her father is drunk, she took off his clothes. She changed his clothes. He woke up. He told her, why am I wearing those clothes? He said, you don't know what happened yesterday? I said, what? She said, when you are drunk, you married me to Muhammad. He took his sword. He want to go and kill Muhammad. She said to him, you want to tell everybody, you want me to tell everybody that you are drunk and you are, you know, not a man who say things you don't mean just because you are drunk? So she blackmailed her father. This is the honorable family. Muhammad marriage started by a fraud and by alcohol. Continue.
No doubt.
And by the way, if there's any Muslim, he say I'm lying, I can get you a reference in 2 seconds. You know me, I'm a Christian prince. And you are Abdul. Just face it.
The Quraysh and Banu Hashim from them, he will be inspired by God in a cave.
What do you want more? Hey, hold on, you know. But isn't it your prophet, he says, I never received Quran except in the clothes of Aisha. So I want to know where Muhammad received the Quran. Is it in the cave? We asked the Muslims what the clothes of Aisha mean. They say, oh, clothes mean her house. Okay, I will go with that, if it's true, which is not. But if he did not receive Quran in any house except the house of Aisha, that means he was not a prophet when he was in the cave. He was not a prophet when he was in the house of Khadija. He is a prophet only in the house of Aisha. So all the stories about him is a fraud. Anyway, continue.
SubhanAllah, and his inspiration, his wahi will come to him in a cave.
Right.
He will travel the world on a horse-like creature that will then take him above the skies.
That's Muhammad. There is a horse-like creature. He came and he took him up to the sky. Until now, by the way, there's no pages numbers, there's no book name, there's nothing. The ketchup boy is just throwing papers, throwing information at us. But you know, just to show you how funny it is, just wait to the end, and I will Sheikh Uthman, I will make you take a shower with shit because of this video. Just wait. Subhanallah.
He will travel the world on a horse-like creature that will fly.
Travel the world? Your prophet what travel the world? Your prophet traveled the world now? Oh, okay. He went around the world? I thought he went to heaven. And this, it's a donkey, not a horse. and it have wings. And even the donkey did not want to carry Muhammad because he smelled. Is that correct? And then the angel Jibril, he shouted at him, he said, do you know who is this honorable man? And then the donkey, when he heard this, he starts sweating from shame. Not easy to reject Prophet Muhammad, and you are a donkey sent by Allah. What a donkey he is.
Fly and then take him above the skies.
Okay.
He will get divine help in battles.
Oof.
He will be born on the 12th of the month.
Even the date is exactly the same. Even the birthday. What we can do now?
And there are others. And he will be an excellent horse rider and swordman, and he will fight himself.
Muhammad, he never fought. He don't even ride horses. He always ride donkey because he didn't know how to ride a horse. You are a big fat liar. Now, let's just show you how stupid those Abdul. Who is the God who will send this person? Muhammad. Let us take a look at Allah according to Sheikh Uthman. This is the God, the supreme God of the Hindu, which Allah will send Muhammad. Which he will send Muhammad. I mean, are you stupid, Sheikh Uthman? Are you really mentally ill? This is Allah. Huh? This is the supreme God. This is your God. He have a 3 head. He have 4 hands. I mean, do you see how stupid they are? They forgot that this is the supreme God of the Hindus. And he is talking about this God will send Muhammad. And he have different pictures. Look at this one. This is the supreme God. Look, he's in the middle. Do you see him? And those his wives and his kids next to him. So, if you believe that this is the God, he will send Muhammad, that means you are not, first of all, you are not Abrahamic. You're an idiot. And you don't believe in the God of Abraham. And your God have 3 heads. And those are his children. And they are fat. One daughter, she is fat. The other boy is fat. This is your God. I like his belly bomb. I mean, do you see how desperate they are? I do not even need to refute it. He just tried to convince us that this God, he will send the Prophet Muhammad. Yeah, this is Barhama, Lord Barhama. Isn't this the supreme God of the Hindu? Huh? Do you Muslims have shame? What's wrong with those people? By the way, the book in his hand is the Quran. All right? I can see that now. I know why the biggest chapter in the Quran is the cow chapter. Is it like by an accident that the biggest chapter Brahma, by pronunciation Brahma? Okay, so is it true that the biggest chapter in the Quran is the cow chapter? It is. And by the way, I mean, why those guys look different? Like here, he looked like a young man. In the other picture, he looked like an old man. I don't know what this, which one is this God? Here, he looked different. And Allah, he have those things in his head, and he have a red dot, and he's holding flower. That's Allah. And he sit in the top of a flower. This is Allah. The discovery of the Muslims. Oh, this is Allah too. I mean, this one looked like Allah, to be honest with you. And are we done? No, we are not. If we go right now and type, not only the stupid Uthman, the Muslim, they copy from each other. If we take this and type in YouTube, the false prophet Muhammad in the Hindu scriptures, we will find tons of videos. Zakir Naik. Let us see Zakir Naik.
I will just mention a few of the prophecies. There are several. Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has even been prophesied in Atharva Ved, book number 20, hymn number 21, verse number 6. It says that Akaru, he will defeat 10,000 enemies without a fight. It is talking about battle of Azhar, the battle of Khandaq, chapter number 33 in the Quran. And Karu in Sanskrit means the one who prays, which is another translation.
Do you see in the video of Sheikh Uthman, the name is different. The name of the video of Zakir Naik is different name. I mean, he's everywhere. Okay.
Of the second name of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Ahmed, the one who praises.
Look at this friendly face. This Abdul is like, wow, man. I'm following the right one. He's everywhere. He's everywhere. It's like a diarrhea.
This person, one who praises, that is Ahmed, he will defeat 10,000 enemies without a fight. And we know in the battle of Khandaq, the enemies were approximately 10,000 in number, and the battle was won without a fight taking place.
First of all, this is false information. They are 12,000. And I can get you busted. Zakir Naik, you are a big fat fraud. 12,000. There is tons of videos even made by Muslims about the number of those who join Muhammad. You are a fraud. But imagine, you know, guys, do you see how many people are watching in this square? Not a single one of them, he says to him, you know, potato. It is 12,000. What are you talking about? They are not 10,000.
In Atharva Ved, book number 20, hymn number 21, verse number 7, it says that the Abandhu, he will defeat 60,090 enemies and the 20 chiefs. Abandhu in Sanskrit again means one who praises. That is a translation of.
Look, I mean, do you see what they are doing? Anything mean praise, that's Muhammad. So in the language, any language, anyone his name is praise, that is Muhammad. It looked like Muhammad is not a name then, it's just a meaning. So what the Muslims are doing, they are admitting that Muhammad never was the name of Muhammad. Right? Let us search for more videos. Zakir Naik, the same guy.
Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is also prophesied as Ahmad, one who praises in several places. In Uttarchik, mantra number 1500. In Indra, chapter number 2, mantra number 152. In Yajurved, chapter number 31, verse number 18. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, besides being prophesied as Ahmad, is even prophesied in several places as Narashansa. As
what his name? His name is Narashansa. Let us continue. All right. Prophesies of a Prophet Muhammad in the Hindu scriptures. Another one. Hilarious religion. Go, Zakura.
Let us first discuss Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, in the Hindu scriptures. The Hindu scriptures can be broadly divided into two categories: the Shrutis and the Smritis. Shruti means that which is revealed, which is understood, which is heard. The Shruti, according to the Hindu scholars, is considered to be the word of God. And they are divided into two parts.
Anyway, just to make it simple for you, just to show you how stupid those people are. This is the Hindu online library. And this is the most famous book, is mentioned by Zakir and Yuka. All right. So according to the Muslims, the name of Muhammad is mentioned in this book. All right. All right. So we will find this together. Let us see. Just I want to show you how stupid those people are. They are really weird, mentally ill. All right. Okay. Let us read together and we just find the reference. Give me a minute. Very, very embarrassing. All right. Here we go. Let us copy this. The desperate Abdul. Where? I want to be sure that this is the page, have this information. Actually, I found even, this is written even in Muslim website. Look at this, look at this. Look at those mental religion. Muhammad prophesied in Bahavisha, Borona. All right. But let us go to the Hindus. I open a website, but I cannot find it, which is a Hindu, official Hindus. Let us see. Sorry, it's my mistake. I have the website and I close it by mistake. I cannot find it. All right, I think here it should be here. All right. Well, it should be in the same page, so I don't know why. It looked like it's the same page. Why it doesn't show? Let us try again. Let us try. All right, here we go. So if we read carefully, you will see that this book speaking about a demon, and this demon is evil. So if we search for the word the Muslim they speak about, we will see there's a word is called Mahmada. Mahmada. Do you see Mahmada? All of those is Mahmada. All right. So here the story is speaking about a struggle between the bad and the good. And the evil one in the Hindu scriptures, his name is Mahmada, and he is an evil demon. They don't believe really in demon. Let us say an evil creature. You know, it's not really a demon. He's an evil creature. So here we see, then the king went along over the Gandharas, Mashes, Sheikhs, Kashmiris, Navaris, whatever they are, and then he punished them and collected large amount of wealth. Then the king went along with Mahmada. This is Muhammad. All right, Muhammad. The preceptor of militia Dahma and his followers to the great God, Lord Shiva. So Muhammad now he belonged to the Lord Shiva. The God of Muhammad, Lord Shiva. Let me first of all find the Lord Shiva, how he looked like, so we can recognize Allah better. All right. So this is Lord Shiva. Take a look. And this is the new God of Muhammad according to Muslims. We keep asking Muslims how Allah looked like. Now we found how Allah looked like. All right. This is Lord Shiva, and this is his wife. And this is his kids. Beautiful family. And he have a cow behind him. All right. And all of them, they are very white. They don't even look Indian. I mean, even like racism everywhere. So this is Lord Shiva. Wonderful. Okay, we go back. So they went along to Lord Shiva. All right. He situated in the desert. Situated in the desert. He bathed Lord Shiva with Ganges water and worshipped him in his mind with Banakavaya milk, Ghee yogurt, cow dung, and cow urine. Like, what the heck? It should be camel urine. It turned camel urine. So he worshipped him. Listen carefully. In his mind, with this, I don't know what is this. Between two brackets, it says it's milk. Look like it's a mix of milk and ghee and yogurt and cow dung and cow urine and sandalwood paste, etc. After offer some prayer and pleased him. All right. And here they are speaking about other names, etc. Let's go to Muhammad. let us see. Okay, here is speaking. He has no origin that he achieved bedinction from me. His name is Mahuda, and his deed are like that of a ghost. Therefore, O king, you should not go to the land of evil, ghost. By my mercy, your intelligence will be purified here in this. The king came back to his country, and Mahamada, this is Muhammad, came with them to the bank of the river of Sindhu. This is a Sindh river. He was expert in expanding illusion. That's true. Muhammad, he imagined himself having sex with his wife. In fact, he did not. So he said to the king, pleasingly, O great king, your God has become my servant. So now Muhammad is spreading delusions, speaking to the king, to the great king, saying to him, your God, which means he is fooling him, your God has become my servant. Just see as he eat my remnants, so I will show you. The king becomes surprised when he saw this just before them. So Muhammad will do a magic and will spread illusion in the mind of this man. Maybe he will give him some mushroom. Then in anger, Kedalasa rebuked Muhammad. No way. Kedalasa rebuked Muhammad? Muslims, and you are watching? You accept a Hindu guy, his name Kaladisa, and this is the guy, his name mentioned by Uthman, by the way, I think, right? Kaladasa. He rebuked Muhammad. Oh, rascal, you have created an illusion to build where the king. I will kill you. Oh boy, no way. You will kill Prophet Muhammad. Shame on you. Muslims, Prophet Muhammad is in a great risk. He been rebuked, which means he been spanked. This is the Hindu language of spanking, you know. He been rebuked, and now he told him, you scumbag, you spread illusion, I'm going to kill you. All right? You are the lowest. What the heck? No respect no more? He said to Prophet Muhammad, I will kill you. You are the lowest? How he knew? This must be a prophecy too. How this Hindu scriptures knows that Muhammad is the lowest? It's a miracle. Seriously, I'm surprised. I mean, the guy is a child molester. He go after his son's wife. He go to the the neighbors. He was kicked from his uncle's house because he is a boo 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 homo. How he know that he's the lowest? That's amazing. The Hindu scripture must be true. Thank you, Sheikh Uthman, for sharing this with us, and thank you, Zakir, Naik, for telling us the truth. Okay, I will kill you. You are the lowest, Muhammad. That city is known as their site of pilgrimage, a place which was Medina. Like Medina, it's like, listen, like, man, look, it's Medina, but this is the word used in in the Urdu words. All right. Or a free, see, they have different meaning. Intoxication, having a form of a ghost, Bahuta. The expert illusionist Muhammad, look at the donkey Muhammad, he is everywhere. He's an expert in illusionist. I mean, look at the degree of Muhammad. Muhammad in the Hindu scriptures, he is not Dr. What is his name? This guy, you have a program? Dr. what? I forgot his name, the bald guy. The one have a program about divorce, but he himself is divorced. Dr. Phil. So but Muhammad is Dr. Phil, but in the Hindu scriptures he is do the opposite. He spread illusion. Ra, you know, get lost, you and your Palestinian. You attack the neighbors, they destroy your house, stay in your dirt. Good for you. You send them money, you stupid. Take them refugee in Saudi Arabia. Tell Erdogan to open his border for them. Take them. All of you Muslims are a bunch of hypocrite, coward, sons of mut'ah. Huh? You have money to sleep with your daughter, but you don't have money for the people of Gaza, you coward. Potato. You go in the chat to support them, but in reality you don't. What is the matter of the money of Qatar? Why the Prince of Qatar don't take them there? Let's go back to Muhammad, the son of Mut'ah. All right. So now, after he said to him, "I will kill you," and Muhammad, he spread illusion. So the expert illusionist Muhammad appear at right in the front at night at the front of the king Boha Jaraja. Okay, hold on. You know, I'm really confused here. Let me see how King Bahara look like. Let me search in Google. Give me a second. I like to meet this guy. Excuse me. Ah, okay. So this is Bahara Roja. I think I know this guy. I don't know. He don't look like he's a stranger for me. Okay, just to introduce you to King Bahara Roja. This is King Bahara Roja. All right, just take a look. This is King Bahara Roja. All right. So, let us continue. Okay. And he said, "O king, your religion is of course known as the best religion among all. Still, I am going to establish a terrible and demonic religion by the order of the Lord." Hey Muslims, Muhammad will establish what? I don't know if is the text clear for you guys? Can you read it clear? Is the text clear for you? Like, can you read it clearly where it says, "I will establish demonic religion by the order of the Lord"? Is it clear or hard to read? You can read it? You can. Okay. It turned to be the Hindu scriptures knows a lot about Muhammad. They have all his file. He's ancient Satan. He's Satan. He spread illusion. And now he's saying, making a threat to the king. He said to him, "Your religion, O king," okay? "Your religion, of course, known as the best religion." This is not Islam, for sure. "Among all, still I am going to establish a terrible and a demonic religion by the order of Allah." Takbir. Takbir. This is Muhammad in the Quran. And by the way, there's a video, I can show you the video, where the stupid Zakir Naik, he quote exactly those scriptures, saying Muhammad in the Hindu scriptures. And you will notice in the video of what his name, Uthman, ketchup boy, He said his name meaning praised one, praised, like praised, he's praised, you know. But this is, says Muhammad. Why you are going to praise one? Here we go, Muhammad, Muhammad. This is obvious. So they make videos speaking about Muhammad, saying he is a prophesied, and then a Hindu, the debater, he refutes Zakir Naik. I can find the debate. It was not really a debate like face to face, like they were making video to each other. So the Hindu guy, who is supposedly a scholar in the Hindu scriptures, if we can call it scriptures, he answered him. He says, no problem, your prophet then is a demon. For this guy is a demon. So I will establish a terrible and demonic religion by the order of Allah. He did not say Allah, but the Lord. But Muhammad is God. His name what? Allah. Okay. The symptoms of my followers will be that the first of all, they will cut their Gentiles. Hey Muslims, not a single one of you have a penis. You have a peanut. How the Hindu scriptures knows that the followers of Muhammad, you see, Uthman, he said, he claimed that they would do circumcise, right? Uthman, he said that the prophet, those followers of the prophet, they will cut their, you know, says there, look, they will cut their Gentiles. And have no shikaha. What shikaha? What, guys, what shikaha? I'm not sure what shikaha mean. Is that an English word? No. Let me see what shikaha. I will search Prophet Google. So those Muslims, they have no shikaha. All right. They will shave here their okay, shikaha is like, you know, Japanese when they shave their head and they have little hair stay in the back. Let me show you. Yeah, this is shikaha. Let me show you shikaha. Do you see shikaha? That's so cute. It looks like a tail. So the follower of Muhammad, they will have no shikaha. They will have a shikaha like this. All right? But they will have a beard. Okay, hold on. Where the shikaha? Okay. Oh, they will have no shikaha. They don't have that thing. But they will have a beard. And be wicked. Okay. Make noise loudly, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, and eat everything. And this is the Muslim, they drink even camel urine. They should eat animals without performing any rituals. It's true, Muslims, they, you know, eat animals without performing. No, but they do halal, they Allahu Akbar. Yeah. This is my opinion. They will perform a victory at the Musalla or a pestle as you profile your things with kushha. What is kushha? Hold on. We have to keep searching for things, man, too. We don't know those things. What is kushha? I don't know. In kushha here it says kushha is a kind of a grass. Okay. Therefore, they will be known Musalaman. Oh no! Things is getting so shitty. Excuse me. They will be known as what? What? People, are you with me? Listen carefully. Are you with me? What their name is? Musliman. What the name of the followers of Muhammad? The demon? The expert in illusionists? The one who will start a wicked religion? His followers, their name is a Musliman. Amazing. Seriously amazing. The corruption of religion. No way. I love it. I seriously love it. Wow. Musliman? The corruption, the corruptors of religion. The corruptors. They want to corrupt Christianity. They want to corrupt Buddha. They want to corrupt everybody. Wherever they go, corruption go with them. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Thus, the demonic religion, Islam, Musliman, will be founded by me. After having heard all this, the king come back to his place, and that ghost demon went back to his place. This is serious, guys. This is so serious. This is hilarious serious. What the heck? What we discovered today? Huh? The follower of this demonic person, Muhammad, he will establish a corrupt, demonic, terrible religion. His followers, they will be called Musliman. The corruptors of religion. Thus, the demonic religion will be founded by me. After having heard all of this, the king came back to his palace and the ghost went back to his place. Okay. Now the king established a blah 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 blah, the language Sanskrit. So this is when the king established the language, the Sanskrit, in 3 Varnas. Okay. The Brahmanas, the Kistarias, Visasyas, whatever says, okay. But let's go to the Musliman. All right. The Musliman people were kept on the other side of the river Sindhu. All right. This is where the Musliman. Which part of the page we are here? Okay, let us go back. Let us see how many times the Musliman. Okay, hold on. All right, Musliman. They were kept in the river. Okay, how many times the name Muhammad appear in this page? I'm sure there is more information. Okay, hold on. The page froze. Okay. Clean it. Copy Muhammad. I don't know nothing about really the Hindus, but as you see, it's funny, and this is how stupid the Muslims are. All right. After completion of 2000 years, the Sutta Goswami said, when the key yoga, Ra, it's time for you to go. You have a diarrhea. You keep flooding the taxi, potato. Son of Muta. Get out of here. Let us see. Let me block you. You have a diarrhea, potato. Take a hike. All right. So after the completion of 2000 years, Sutta Goswami said, when the Kai Yoga, I know yoga. We used to go all. I know yoga all the time, you know. I saw yoga on YouTube. So beautiful. All the women, their butt is up. Unbelievable. So beautiful yoga. And their breast is coming out. And this is supposed to be sport. And they are wearing clothes almost nothing. Unbelievable. And the Hindu, guru, he was so decent. He was not staring. Beautiful, beautiful yoga. Okay. Oof. I want to be a guru. So Kali Yoga had passed his 3,710 years. Only? Oh, okay. I don't know. I think if you eat hummus all the time, you will live 3,710 years. Why not? Okay. At that time, oh, it's a true story. This will remind me of Kamala Harris. The passage of time. Okay. The king was Baramara. Baramara, who ruled 6 years. For him, Muhammad. Oh boy. He ruled 6 years. For him, Muhammad was born. Now we know the name of the father of Muhammad. His father is a king. His name is a Baramara. Okay, hold on. Let us search for Baramara. How he looked like. King Baramara. His name is Karabara Kusha. What the heck? In Arabic, Kusa is zucchini. Look at the father of Muhammad, man. Okay, hold on. Baramara. Where is King Baramara? Yeah, this is King Baramara. And not only King Baramara, he's like a very well-known king, and he is the father of Muhammad. It turned to be the one who slept with Muhammad's mother is a Hindu. Karabara. Hold on. Kadamaba. This is Kamadaba. What is the king name? We search for Karamaba. What? This is different guy. We search for something, they give us something else. Hold on, this is the wrong guy. What is the king Karabara? Idiot. I could not find him. This guy, his name is Mayra Sharamara. Thank God I don't live in India. I will spend the day trying to pronounce a name. Yeah, I cannot find the picture of Karamara, you know. All right. Why we don't search for the picture of Muhammad? Hold on. Maybe we need to type Hindu. No way. What the heck? I found his picture, guys. What is this? The story of Raja Bahuj and Muhammad.
A hot and steamy.
Hold on. This is an official video made by Hindus. I found a video. Okay, hold on. But we want to be sure. Look, guys, look at Muhammad. I never imagined that Muhammad looked like this. I mean, for sure his dental is not good. Hold on. What kind of teeth he have? The story of Raja, Bahuj, and Muhammada. Wow. I don't know if we can play this video, but look like they are not even moving. The video is not moving. Maybe they are just talking.
In that terrible country there no longer exists Dharma. There was a mystic demon named Tripurasura, whom I have already burnt to ashes. He has come again by the order of Bali. He has no origin, but he achieved a benediction from me. His name is Muhammada and his deeds are like that of a ghost. Therefore, O king, you should not go to this land of the evil ghost. By my mercy your intelligence will be purified. The king came back to his country and Muhammada came with them to the bank of the river Sindhu. He was expert in
Anyway, we have an idea now how Muhammad look like. All right, nice to meet you, Muhammad. Muhammad, you look so good. I'm serious. And those teeth you have, I think they are growing in the wrong direction. I don't know. I have a feeling they should go down. You look like what the name of the animal? You know? I mean, you're not an elephant because they are so small. Those things. I don't know. Like why they are going in this direction. So this is Muhammada, all right? Now we have an idea how Muhammada is beautiful. Thank you, Sheikh Uthman, for enlightening us about Muhammada in the Hindu scriptures. All right. So here it says, he ruled for 6, etc. years, and then from him, Muhammada was born. All right. He ruled 3 years, and his son, Divabi, did the same. His son, Duta, also did the same. What he did? From him, Gandharva Sena was born, who went to the forest after ruling over 50 years, and having his kingdom to his son Shankaha. Shankaha ruled. Okay, this is like this guy ruled, this guy ruled. Let's continue. All right. Here it says, yeah, we did read this part, right? We did read that part. Yeah, we did read this part. But you know, I found like there is a good information here about Muslims, something we did not read in any book of hadith. Like now we have extra information that the word Musliman mean corrupt or religion corruptors. Muslimans mean corrupt, religion corruptor. You see here it says they will be known as Musliman, the corruptors of religion, which mean Musliman mean in the Hindu scriptures or language the corruptors of religion. Do we have any Muslim here have any comment about this amazing prophecy about Prophet Muhammad? Anyone? It says that even you will cut your Gentile. Any Muslim? How in the world? This knowledge is founded. Sheikh Uthman, we are grateful for your knowledge. it turned to be you are not only expert in ketchup, you are expert in Hindu scriptures.
The narration of Kalki al-Avatar, I'm probably mispronouncing that,
No,
Sanskrit. But I read this from al-Pandit. I'm going to mispronounce his name as well, so anybody who knows Sanskrit, I'm apologizing in advance. Vida Parkarash. Upandayaya.
Uthman, do you know how heavy this word? Bankayaya? Are you serious? I mean, look how he's laughing. The prophet is Bankayaya, man. He's a Karakash. Okay.
This is Sanskrit, so it's not like Hindi or Urdu even. But he wrote a very interesting research paper. You can find it translated online. And he is a scholar, Hindu scholar, at the Allahabad University in India.
Any Abdul would like to join us and discuss with us how amazing this prophecy is? And look, guys, I mean, they don't even have a shame. Look, they are publishing this in their website. This is Muslim website. And this is an article by Dr. Zakir Naik. And he is saying the name of the prophet as Muhammad. Muhammad. Unbelievable. Okay, hold on. I want to do this. Give me a minute. I'm searching for the Hindu reference he is posting. I cannot find it anywhere. The only thing you will find, if you search for this reference, you will find Muslims articles. Nowhere to find the reference he is posting. You can do that yourself. Here we go. I can do it in the front of your eyes here. Like I did not show it in the screen because I don't want to flip pages. But if we search, why the search is not appearing? Okay, hold on. Let's do it again. Maybe because of the translator software. Search, where is search? Search here. Google search. You will see that you will find those references only written by Muslims. Look. We cannot find it in a Muslim website, in a Hindu website. Dr. Zakir Naik, Prophet Muhammad, Dr. Zakir Naik. Where is the reference? See? Anyone here is a Hindu, he can find me the reference they are talking about? All of this is Muslims articles. All of this. Hold on. This is here. Is that a Hindu website? Maybe. Let us see. Christian scriptures? No, this is a Muslim website too. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. The same garbage. Abdul, why you Muslims are so cute? I mean, seriously, you're a prophet. He is like a manure. He can be located everywhere, but not in a clean street. What is the reference we are talking about? If I copy this and I search for this, let me try again. Maybe I will find in something in the real book of the Hindus. Here we go. Muslims website. Do you remember, guys, the story? Hold on. This is Daniel Pipe. This guy actually, I exchanged email with him. I did not speak to him by phone, as I remember, but we contacted each other. He's a businessman, millionaire, very rich man. He wrote a book about Muhammad. Let us see what it says here in Daniel Pipe. Okay, Muhammad BBUH mentioned in a previous scriptures. All right. Okay. Okay, his name will be Muhammad Raja Bahuj. After giving Muhammad Dave, Arab of angelic position, bath, the gang water. Hold on. What? This is interesting. This is not him. This is somebody submitting in his form, submitted by Ayaz, United Kingdom. All right. Yeah, this is not Daniel Pipe. This is again Muslim submitting those information. Okay, so we cannot take it seriously. This is the same article of Zakir Naik as posted there in the page of Daniel Pipe. Yeah, it looks like he have an open forum. People, they can post things. Yeah, this guy, he wrote a book. It's against Islam. I don't remember much about his book, but I think it was a good book. I mean, compared to an American person, he have a good knowledge, really. Yeah. And like I respect this guy because he is, and he told me actually he's an atheist, because when I spoke to him, I saw him, well, we were talking like as a Christian supposedly, so he said, no, I'm an atheist actually. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I thought this is him, so I said, okay, maybe we can take this information as something valid, but we cannot. This is the same articles, sponsored by Muslims, spread by Muslims. We cannot find it anywhere. We cannot find this information anywhere. And the funny, they give you the reference, like where we can find this book, where we can find. Do we have any Hindu here? Do we have any Hindu? Nobody Hindu? I am the only Hindu here? Unbelievable. You? Okay, Jay, can you find me the reference? Where we can find this reference? Where we can find the reference of Zakir Naik? He speak about this book. Is that a true reference? Can you find me a link? Who want to find me a link for it? So let us expose them and see really what the link saying, what the book saying. Anyone can help? Because I could not find this anywhere. The only, like as you see, I search for it, I find only Muslims articles. I was speaking about Dr. Bernard Shaw. or Bernard Shaw, sorry. How you pronounce his name? Bernard Shaw? I don't know how to write his name. I will write it in my funny English. Bernard Shaw. Is that like a shoe, like shoe? You know? All right. So they said that this guy Bernard Shaw, he said, oh, okay, this is his name. All right, okay. Let me search for what they say. So anyway, they say that Bernard Shaw, he said that if Prophet Muhammad was alive, he can solve all the problems in the world while he's drinking his coffee in the morning. And then if you search everywhere in the world, every book of Bernard Shaw, you want to find he never said something like this. In fact, he spoke in a very negative way about Muhammad. They fabricate. Ask a Muslim where we can find. This was first time published in a Singapore Muslim newspaper or magazine, and we cannot find anywhere. Look at this. They are the best of fabricators. Liars to the bones. Indeed, the Prophet Muhammad, SAW, was a gifted person, but this is not Bernard Shaw. Where Bernard Shaw saying? Okay, this is him speaking. No, this is not. We want Bernard Shaw. Where Bernard Shaw? Okay. Oh, we have to sign in now. Give me a break. Huh, look. Originally answered, why did Sir George Bernard Shaw believe that the Prophet Muhammad could solve all the world problems today? I have a challenge for every fraud Muslim in the world. Which book of Bernard Shaw, you see, they will not say to you the book name, there's nothing. Bernard Shaw said Prophet Muhammad can solve all the problem today. Muslims, do you have a shame? A Hindu? How to send it to you? Okay, how to send it to me? Okay, do this. How you can do that? How he can post it? There's anyone here is a member? Can you type for me the name of the article so I can search it exactly in Google? Like the reference you will give me? If you can give me the exact article name so I can search it, and you can type the website without putting like .com so it can go through. All right. Muhammad, he could not even solve the problem with his wives. So Allah sent him verses saying, saying to the wives, if you don't behave yourself, Allah, He's a protector. And Jibreel, He's a protector. And all the angels is His protectors. And furthermore, all the believers. All right. Search for Bahavsya. Okay. Okay, give me a second. All right. Well, this is a PDF. This is big. We want a reference. Okay. I don't want the PDF. I want a website. Let us see. I will go back to the article of the Korana Yuga. Okay, here. I will type this. Yeah, again, the second I type that, I find this the Muslims articles only. Okay, let us try something else. Let us take the page number of Never take what Muslims they say to you about anything for granted. They are a bunch of liars. And remember, the Muslim believe that lying is the shield of Islam. Taqiyya is the shield of Islam. Until now, I could not find really what they are talking about. I find only in Muslim website. I found the book here. Let's see. But I want to see if there is any way to search it. So let us. I have the website. Let me share with you the website here. Trying to open it. So we will copy the sentence from here. All right. Let us take this part and we will search here. It takes time to load. No match. I searched already. There's no match. There's no match for this in the whole book. No match. Let us try another prophecy. Close some pages. All right. Araya Drahma is not found in that land. Let us copy here. Hold on. Milsha, the Milsha have spoiled. Let us copy this and search it in the website too. Maybe we can find a match. No match. See? This is the book. This is the book, and this is even the same, like number 3, third. I cannot find anything from the article in the book. Muslims, where we can find this reference? Any Muslim can tell me where we can find the reference? Why we cannot find what is written in your website in the book? Huh? Any Abdul? I will open my Discord. Shall we open Discord? Guys, are you bored or you want more of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? Search Muhammad. Yeah, but here they did not mention Muhammad in this article here. Hold on. Did they mention Muhammad? No, what they are doing here, they're trying to find anything can be connected to Muhammad. Hold on. Okay. Look what we found. After the Musliman will arrive to India. Okay, hold on. The Indian Raja need not to go the Arab land since his purification will take place in India. After the Musliman will arrive to India. But look what they did here. I don't know if you notice. Here they are pronouncing the Musliman a little bit different from the Musliman. They are adding one A, but it's the same, huh? Hold on. Let's go back here. Where is the... Okay, Musliman. What is the Musliman? The corruption. You see here what they did? Here we go. So the Musliman are not from India, according to the Zakir Naik article. But this is absolutely false. See, they are trying to make it that those are the Arab or the Muslims when they invade India. But according to the book, the Hindu book, this guy, the Muhammad, is a son of a king. Right? You remember? We did read that already. If you go here, after the completion of 2000 years, Sutta Goswami said when the Kali Yoga had passed, this is the name mentioned by Uthman, the Kali. Did Uthman say Kali too? Let me go back to Uthman. Hold on, this is fun. Where is Uthman? Let's go back to Uthman. Uthman, there's Kali there. Let me activate. Guys, look, honest to God, I just moved the video and look what it shows in the screen. The narration of Kalki.
The narration of Kalki al-Avatar. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Sanskrit. But I read this from al-Pandit. I'm going to mispronounce his name as well.
He's a bandit,
so
yeah.
Anybody who knows Sanskrit, I'm apologizing.
He's a bandit.
Vida Parkarash. Upandayaya. This is Sanskrit, so it's not like Hindi or Urdu even.
Stop making poo-poo. We know that you don't know what you are talking about. It's okay.
But he wrote a very interesting research paper. You can find it translated online. And he is a scholar, Hindu scholar.
Big scholar.
At the Allahabad University in India. And he said from the writings of the earliest Hindu scriptures, there was to be what they call Kalki avatar, the last of the avatars or the last of the messengers.
I know you know this movie Avatar. I never thought that Muhammad is in the movie. So now look, we found the Muslim article of Zakir Naik. This is the article of Zakir Naik. Remember, this is Zakir Naik, huh? This is Dr. Zakir Naik himself writing the article. Himself. I mean, this guy, he was homeless. He had no business, no job. And then suddenly he became famous and he became a businessman and so rich. Himself, Dr. Zakir Naik himself. Anyway, so Zakir Naik is admitting that the Muslimana, they will arrive to India. According to him, the evildoers have corrupted the Arab land. Arayad Rahma is not found in that land. The Indian Raja need not go the Arab land. I don't know what kind of English is that, but anyway, land since his purification will take place in India after the Musliman will arrive in India. The coming prophet will attest the truth of Aryan. But the problem, Muhammadan, you see, just to show you how stupid all of you. But Muhammad never went to India. Huh? And the one you are talking about is a demon, and he is evil. But look at this fabrication here. They will announce the Adhan, even the word Adhan. This is why we cannot find what they are saying. This is only like they are trying to make things up. Check out. Okay, I thought you guys are, this is for me. All right. And look at the corruption. This says, my followers will be men circumcised. Do you see, guys? Now we know what book we are talking about. Anyone notice? They changed the whole book. It says in the Hindu scriptures, they will cut their Gentiles, and they will have no, that the kusha, you remember the kusha? They will have nothing in their head. So they changed everything. They took off everything about Muhammad being an evil demon, and they left only what can fit with their agenda. Are you with me? Guys, we do not need to search for the book. Here we go. Let me give you the website. Let me give you the website. You can open the website, all of you. So look at the corruption of Zakir Naik. Let me know if you could not open the link, please. And this is the link of Zakir Naik. Let me close this page here. This is the article of Zakir Naik. Now we know why we cannot find it. Now we know, because they changed everything. So actually we are reading the same book. We do not need to think to search for anything. This is the book in front of us, and this is chapter number 3. You turn to B. All right? I was looking for it, but it's in front of us. Beach. So it says here the name. It says that his followers, they will cut their Gentile, and they will not have a hair tail. Correct? You remember? Those people, let's read again. Here we go. The symptoms of my followers will be that they first of all will cut their Gentile and have no shika in their head. This is the tail in their head. We showed you the picture. In the book of Zakir Naik, he changed everything. Look what he said. Look at this is guys, I want everybody to cut it this part and show everybody how Zakir Naik is a scumbag with degree. This is the article of Zakir Naik, as you see the name here in the top, by Dr. Zakir Naik. All right? And this is the name of the book, the same we are reading. The same exactly we are reading. According to him, all the information changed. This is Raja Bahuj, the one is mentioned. And this is the one who made the prophecy, supposedly. In the century CE, 500 years after the advent of a prophet Muhammad. All right. Was descent in the 10th generation of Raja Shafilavana, whatever. All right. And then here it says, the militia have spoiled the well-known land of the Arab. Let me search for the word Arab. Hold on. Arab. There's zero word about the Arab. Did I say it Arabs? Did I say Arabians? Zero. No Arab. Okay. So they added the word is not there. All right. Araya Drahma Let us search for the name Araya Drama. Not here. Maybe the way they wrote it is different. I mean, the Arab is easy. Where is Araya? Let's see Araya alone without a drama. Here we go. Okay, the people of Araya Vata, Araya Vatali, Araya, there's many Araya, but not until now we see that Araya, Araya Desha, Arayans, Araya Bithru, Araya Dasha, Araya Dahma. Ah, we found him. Here we go. This is Araya Dahma. So this is the correct way they wrote it here. Let us search for it in the top, because this is supposedly all is connected in the same line should be. It's mentioned only once. So what he is saying have nothing to do with what is in the article. As you see, it's mentioned only once. It appears only in the page once. Let me take this dash between Araya Dahma. Yeah, it's only once. All right. Araya Dahma is not to be found in the country before also there appeared a misguided find whom I had killed. He has now again appeared, being sent by powerful enemy to show those enemies the right path, to give them guidance. The well-known Muhammad is busy in bringing the bishhashes. Okay, let us see the bishhashes. Is it here? Nowhere to be found. All right. To give to the right path. O Raja, you need not to go to the land of the foolish. Okay, hold on. I think we have a key here. What do you think, guys? I think we can get him busted more. Let us go to Raja in the page. Raja. Here we go. Raja Bahasa. Bahasa. Okay. Raja. Raja. King Biharaja. Ah, here we go. Look, 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 here we go. We found it. Zakir Naik, you are a big fat ass liar. I want every Muslim to see this. This is the sentence the filthy Zakir Naik is fabricating. So Lord Shiva said, O King Baharaja, you should go to the place. We go to Zakir Naik. O Raja, you need not to go to that land of the foolish Bishas. You will be purified through my kindness. Let us show you more. Purified. I mean, this guy, he flipped everything upside down. Look at this. Guys, look at this. Look at the deception of Zakir Naik. So Lord King, when he said to the Bahara Raja, you should go, not go. And Zakir Naik says he should not go. He says you should go to the place called Mahakashavara. The land is called Vanika, and now is being contaminated by the militias in that terrible country. There's no longer exist the Harama. There was mystic demon named Tripura, whom I have already burned to ashes. He has come back again. This is Muhammad, by the way. Tripura, as I understand now, This is Muhammad. He burned him already, and he came back. Who came back again by the order of Bali. He has no origin, but he achieved vindication from me. His name Mahmuda. Mahuda. So he's Muhammada, Mahmuda. and his deeds are like of that ghost. Therefore, O king, you should not go to the land of evil. Now this is the part Zakir Naik was mentioning. Should not go to the land of evil. Ghost, by my mercy, your intelligence will be purified. Let us compare to Zakir Naik. Hold on. All right, listen carefully. Now this is correct. You need not to go to the land. Here he add the word foolish and bishasas. Let us go there. Compare. You should not go to that land of the evil ghost. By my mercy, your intelligence will be purified. Hearing this, the king came back to his country, and Mahmada came with them to the bank of the river of Sindhu. All right? Let us go to Zakir Naik page. Abdul, like Abdul Muhammadan, you know, I mean, you Muslims are so cute. You don't know how to lie, don't you? You don't know how to lie, huh? Okay. So, you throw my kindness even though you are at he, the angelic dispositions, the shroud, man, in the quiz of Bashar. Where is that all? And they took the name Muhammad. Oh, look, hold, listen. He will give them guidance where we can find the guidance, the well-known Muhammad. Where will we find that? What it says there in the book, and this is the reference, is the opposite, that Muhammad is a very evil. Read carefully. Hearing this, the king came back to his country, and Muhammad, this is Muhammad, came with them to the bank of the river of Sindhu. He was expert in expanding illusion. He's an evil man. Evil, actually, he's not a man. He's a kind of like a ghost or a demon. So he said to the king, very pleasantly, O great king, your God has become my servant. Just see as he eats my remnant. So I will show you. The king becomes surprised when he saw just before them. So he made him see that his God, the God of the king, is eating from what Muhammad he gave him. Then in anger, Kaldisa rebuked Muhammad. We don't know who's Kaldisa. Let us see who's Kaldisa. Excuse me if I'm reading the words wrong. You know, I'm like Dr. Muhammad Uthman. Oh, this is Kaldisa. Where is Kaldisa? I typed the name. Kaldisa. This is Kaldisa. Here we go. Let me introduce to you Kaldisa. I think in the end they have obsession with white people. All their beloved ones, they look so white. So this is Kaldisa. This is the person who rebuked Muhammad. All right? Thank you, Kaldisa, for doing that, man. We really appreciate that. We need you, okay? You look like a girl, but anyway, I mean, Even women, they can rebuke Muhammad. So Qadhi, he rebuked Muhammad. It says here, "Oh rascal, you have created an illusion to be builder, the king. I will kill you. You are the lowest." So this is what Qadhi, he said to Muhammad, "You are a scumbag, you are the lowest." All of this is not in the article of Zakir Naik. They made him a prophet. They made him a great man. They made him coming from Arabia. They made him coming from, it's all the information we cannot find. What we find here is the opposite. And then we continue. That city is known as their site. This is where they do Hajj. Here we go. A place which was Medina, or free from intoxication, having a form of a ghost. The expert illusionist Muhammad appeared at night in the front of the king of Baharaja. This name appeared in Zakir Naik, but he took all the name. He mentioned only, look what he mentioned. If you go here in Zakir Naik article and we type the Raja, you see, he took all the name. Here he said to Raja Bohoj, Raja Bohoj. We go to the website, the Hindu website. Bohajara Raja. Okay, so what Zakir Naik did, he changed the name, how it is coming, and he did not use it correctly. All right. So in the front of the Bohajara, he said, "O king, your religion, of course, is known to be the best of religion." So this is not Islam. The king religion is not Islam. Muhammad is saying to him, your religion is known to be the best among all religion. Still, I am going to establish a terrible and demonic religion by the order of the Lord. Muslims, do you see how Zakura Nayuka, he changed everything? The whole book is a switch upside down. Your Arya Dahrama has been made to prevail over all religion, but according to the commandment of Ishwar Pamatama. Let me search for Ishwar. Can we find Ishwar there? Hold on. Hey Ishwar, how you doing? There's no Ishwar. Nowhere mentioned. All right. We go back to Zakir Naik. I shall enforce the strong creed of the meat eaters. My followers will be men circumcised without a tail, which we showed you already in the book here. They will be cutting their gentile and they will not have a ponytail here. All right. My followers, the symptoms of my followers, you see how much Zakir Naik he took off? My followers will be that the first of all will cut their gentile. I always know that Ali Dawah don't have a gentile. I mean it. And have no shikaha, which means the tail in their hair. But have a beard. Be wicked. Make noise loudly and eat everything. Which means they eat meat. Let us go to Zakir Naik. Look what he said. I shall enforce the strong creed of the meat eaters. You see how he changed the words? My followers will be the men circumcised without a tail. He changed cutting their gentiles Cutting their gentile is not circumcision. It's cutting your gentile. But anyway. But we will let it go. Maybe circumcised. All right. My followers will be circumcised without a tail in their head, keeping beard. It says there, exactly. Look. It says there. They will have a beard. All right? They will have a beard. They will have no tail in their head. And they will cut their gentile. All right? But Zakir Naik, he cut all its information here. I will establish a terrible and demonic religion by the order of the Lord. You see it? Do we have any Muslim here want to apologize? Gentiles, I'm saying the word wrong. Gentiles or Gentiles. Okay, forgive me if I'm saying the word wrong. All right. They will cut their Gentiles. I'm a gentleman. Don't cut me. Hey, Muslims, what's going on? Can you find me one Abdul is not a big fat liar? Let me open Discord. I'm going to Discord you today. Who is a Muslim? Gentle. Genital. Okay, correct. Genital. They will cut your genital. Sorry, guys, I keep saying it wrong. It's my funny English. Forgive me. Sorry. By the way, I used to teach English in Oxford University for more than 20 years, and they fired me just because once I made a mistake in grammar. Can you believe it? And it was exactly the same word I'm talking about. Genitals, I say gentile. They fire me. Unbelievable. With all my expert in English, I'm disgusting. Racism, Anyway, most of people actually now speak good English because of me. This was now they call it all my students now they call them the gibberish organization. Anyway, so any Muslim genital. Okay, genital. Sorry, it's my mistake. I don't use this word. I never use it actually. How I'm going to know how to say it? When I was in school in the Middle East, they teach us banana. Okay, banana. We don't know how it looked like even, like banana. What is banana? Yeah. All right. My Discord is updating. 5 out of 6. 6 out of 6. 7 out of 6. Like, Abdul, what kind of Discord? How is it 7 out of 6? This can happen only in the Quran. It must be 8 pairs. It says 7 update out of 6. Look, what the heck? The software must be done by somebody, Abdul, something. Okay, that's open. Mohammed. Okay, I will open the stage in Discord. Maybe we can get some Abdul. I wish somebody can make me some tea. All right, I am now in Discord. Am I heard, guys, in Discord? Do you hear me? Nobody hear me. Do you hear me? So what you hear me? I mean, you people are really weird. So what? Okay. It's normal to hear me because I'm talking. Conclusion? Go ahead. Are you a Muslim? Conclusion? I don't know people,
Yes, hello.
Hello. You are a Muslim?
I was an Hindu from India. I'm from India.
Okay. What do you think about this? What's going on with this article of Zakir Naik?
Yeah, I visited this once before also, and what I saw was that it is completely he's deceiving because what's written in the Quran are completely different from what is in his article. He just didn't show the context of that Muhammad was shown as a demon, and in fact that we have different levels of demon in our text. So he was shown as the worst type of demon, the Asura.
Yeah, actually, Basura or Isura?
Asura.
Asura. Here it says, actually, maybe you mean this. When he said to him, I will kill you, you are the lowest. Is that correct?
Like, yeah. He's actually the lowest type of demon, the Asura. He's
the
see, guys, most evil type of
demon. He's right. You know, he's telling the truth. In front of us, it says here, I will kill you. You are the lowest. So he is an evil, you know, satanic spirit or demon, whatever you call it. This Kaldisha is what? Is like a prophet or what? Kaldisa. Sorry. You see my screen?
He's a rishi. Rishi is basically Indian saint.
Is what?
Indian saint. He is a well scholar of.
Indian saint. Okay. So he's like like what do you call him? Like a guru, a high guru? What do you call him?
Yeah. You can call him, not exactly, but you can call him a guru.
All right. So he rebuked Muhammad. What he meant here when he says, "Oh, rascal," what he meant?
Oh, rascal. Rascal is an abusive term he called to Muhammad.
What he meant by that?
He's just abusing him. Rascal is an.
It's abuse. Like an insult. Okay, you're an abuser. You have a created illusion. Okay, all right. And then here it says that city is known of their site of pilgrimage. What city they are talking about?
Yeah.
Is that supposedly in Mecca?
Medina. No, Medina. Makkah and Medina both are the city. They're talking about Medina here.
All right. Is it the same Medina like the one in Saudi Arabia, you think?
Yeah, it is exactly. I wanted to add a few things, but yeah, they're talking about exactly the same Medina in Saudi Arabia.
Okay. But do you think really this is written before Muhammad or after Muhammad?
No. So the thing is that we have many Puranas in our culture.
Okay.
And the text that is here is from Bhavishya Purana.
Okay.
And it is not an authentic book of Hindus that we usually believe in.
Okay. But
it is highly edited. It was edited till 1800s, and it is basically a perception of Hindus of the Muslim that arrived in India. So it is not an authentic. It has many types of Bhavishya Purana, and it is not an authentic text. It is an edited.
But you know, isn't it amazing how stupid those Muslims to take something even the Hindus don't take as authentic.
Exactly.
And they make
Hindus believe in this.
Yeah, and not only this, they make it authentic to support their propaganda, but even the book saying that Muhammad is an evil, demonic creature. He's not even a human, correct?
Yeah, he's a demon.
Yeah, he's not a human, right? So how in the world, I mean, why anyone would do that? Very, very evil.
I don't know. He just wanted to whitewash the scriptures and took it in a different way and show that Muhammad is mentioned in Hindu scriptures to just win the debate. I think he was debating with a Hindu.
Yeah, I remember I saw that before. Yeah, you know, but obviously, you know, the Muslim, they knew that there's a few people will go and read, but the majority, they will not even check it out, you know, and that will make.
Yeah, they're just going to read the article that he will publish or the book that he will publish
or the video he made. They will not go check the real book, you know, and they will not see. And then here it says here, because I was really surprised about, I mean, there's a lot of match, like even they call it Musliman, you know, the Musliman. So it was like, it was a surprising for me. Like here it says, therefore, they will be known as Musliman, the corruptors of religion.
So generally, you guys call the people who follow Islam as Muslims, right? But in India, we call them Musalman. So it is Muslims.
In fact, the word Musliman used in many places, like even in Europe or east of Europe, The Muslim man is used everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's used everywhere. Because it's a Muslim man, Muslim man, but Jesus connected, Muslim man,
Okay, yeah.
the corruptors of religion, thus the demonic religion will be founded by me. So here, Muhammad announced that he will establish a demonic religion. His followers, they will be called Muslim man, which whom they are, the corrupter of religion. And he is using it, as I understand here, as a threat, right?
Because in India, the Muslims invaded India and they looted different parts of India, our temples, and so the image of Muslims among Hindus were already not very nice, and they just did a lot of bad things, as you know that what they do everywhere they go. So this is just an perception of what Hindus had of Muslims.
Yeah, I want you to tell the Hindus that Christian Prince, he have a different name for them. I call them termite. Termite. Yeah. Spread this. I have copyright over it, by the way. Just don't use it. Don't write a book about it, okay? I own it. Termite. This religion is a religion of termite. Wherever they go, they destroy everything. Even ancient buildings. Even beautiful buildings. Just because it's not from their religion, they will destroy it. Like we saw them how destroy statues of the Buddhists in Afghanistan. 2,000 years old statues. Why you want to destroy? It can't even make them money. The tourists, they come from around the world. But because they are from the cave time, stupid people, So this is this is really a demonic religion. And the Muslims, obviously, they are quoting from the right book about Muhammad.
Yeah, a few of my friends after reading these articles come to me and say that, oh, see, Muhammad is mentioned in your text. I say, yes, but he's a demon there, so you believe that he was a demon. And they're just like, no, you're telling lie. I give them the text and they don't believe because they are just so brainwashed because of Zakir Naik, his articles.
Yeah. The ones who's asking when I join, he is a Hindu from the chat. My friend, the Discord link is posted by the admin. Click in it and you can join us. Okay, we have a Discord link even in the info of the video. All right. So here, if we compare between the article of Zakir Naik, and this is published every Islamic website, you will notice, guys, I mean, this is a disaster. You know what? If Zakir Naik live in America, and if I am a Hindu, I will sue him. You know why?
Yeah, why?
Because this is against the law. It's a forgery. It's a forgery. So you as a Hindu, you can say this guy is making a forgery of my religion. He changed
of course, he was thrown out of India.
Yeah. I mean, look at what he did.
Indian.
Everything changed. Everything. Suddenly, the Arab land, since his purification, will take place in India after the Muslims arrived in India. The coming prophet will attest the truth of the Aryan faith. What is the Aryan faith?
So Aryans are the people who migrated from different regions to India, and they are the ancient Hindus. It's just, I don't know where it is written. Is it even there in Bhavishya Purana? I don't think so.
All right. And then he says, i.e. monotheism, and will reform the misguided people. The prophet followers will be circumcised. They will be without tail in the head and bear, and they will create a great revolution. All right. And they will announce the Adhan. Is it really mentioned anywhere, the Adhan?
No. As far as I have read, Bhavishya Purana, I have read the complete book. It is nowhere mentioned.
Yeah. You know, I don't know why the prophecy did not mention that he will force people to drink camel urine. You know? Yeah, I mean, the Muslims, they make fun of the Hindus. They make fun of the Hindus because they have a special like place for the cow, but yet they are the one who drink the camel urine. Do Hindu drink the cow urine?
Um, so in early days, cow urine were used to, for example, the cow dung was dried and used to light fire because we did not had gases to cook food, right? But it was never drank, like nobody drank it literally.
No, this is not. This is making fire from dung. You mean the dung of the cow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They used to make fire from the
this is normal. This is not. This is used by many nations. In fact, the Bible speak about like a punishment for those who don't follow God. They will be living in a harsh time to the point they will use dung to use it for cooking, but they are not eating the dung. You will cook on it. Yeah. So like many even Islamic country like Bangladesh until now, they mix the dung of the cow with the dry grass and they dry it on the sun, and then they use it as a fuel. Correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, exactly like that.
So Muhammad is the only one who come with drinking camel urine, even though all health department around the world warn that camel urine and the camel milk and camel meat are dangerous because they can carry a lot of diseases, a lot of diseases. And actually camel milk, I don't know how many of you drink it, will make you have a diarrhea in the speed of light. I was in a hunt, in the desert in Arabia.
Is this hadith mentioned in like Bukhari or somewhere?
The camel urine is mentioned in many places. Yeah, it's authentic. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was in a hunt in the desert, and we stopped. Like there's a Bedouin guy. Those Bedouin, when they see like cars like Range Rover, etc., they assume it might be the government. It might be on all of them. They smuggle weapon, or even maybe they have their sons are not serving and they are wanted or anything. So right away, when they see like a line of cars and they look very scary, right away either they slaughter a sheep for you. It's just like to mute you, like it's like a bribe. So right away they come to us and they give us camel milk. I did not ask what kind of milk it is, So I drank. The guy with me in the car drank. The guy behind drank. Every car have about 3 or 4. We drove after that, all of us. And then suddenly every car have to stop. And all of them, they have to go out. All of us. He screwed our day. We can't even sit in the car. So the camel of a Prophet Muhammad is so good. Is so good, And then you feel so hungry. Not only that, because now all the food is gone and you feel you are exhausted, Yeah, but for them, those Bedouin, because they are used to it, it doesn't do the same for them, They are used to the camel milk. But anyway,
I've seen few videos also.
Yeah, the health department around the world, they announced that camel milk and camel urine and camel meat is very dangerous. Like you can search right now, warning from drinking camel urine. And right away, you will see the World Health Organization saying it clearly that camel urine have no benefit, and in fact, it's very harmful.
It is, of course, it contains urea and uric acid, of course, it's very harmful.
Yeah. It's even toxic. It says even it is toxic, very toxic, Like, look here. This is United Nations website, as you see here in the top, the World Health Organization. And here is speaking, all the article is about the urine. But the summary, which it says here, camel urine has a low amount of urea and ammonia that may decrease its unpleasant odor and toxic when consumed by a human. However, there is a large amount of creatine and creatinine.
Yeah, creatinine.
which are toxic to human. Yeah, and then it says here what more. So it's very harmful for a human being, you know. And not only that,
Yeah, and then
it can transfer many viruses, including MERS-CoV, which is the same as COVID, the origin of it, you know. Transmission of the MERS-CoV from animal to human remain unknown. All right. Yeah, so the whole article, you know, people, they can read it. The whole article
Muhammad
is about,
Muhammad was such a big doctor that he suggested to drink it as a medicine. Wow.
yeah, and you know, is the camel urine is a friend or an enemy? This is the government of USA, and here they have the same article speaking about how bad it is. Anyway, where is the other person who said he want to join us and he is a Hindu, to give him a chance? Where is the person from YouTube? He said he did his research in this topic. Is he coming in Discord? I don't see him yet. All right. Do we have any Muslim want to respond why the Muslims are fabricating the books of the Hindus, trying to make Muhammad a prophet? Put you in the stage. Are you the Hindu guy? All right. Let me invite you. Okay, Bibrin, go ahead.
Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, actually, I'm not Hindu. I'm a Christian. So, hello.
All right. How can I help you?
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to talk regarding yesterday's topic, if you don't mind. Like, I want to make it short.
All right.
Regarding the Sam Shamoun, I think he believes in replacement theology. So what he means is, what he think is that the Christians right now, the Gentile Christians, they replace the Jewish people. So Jews are no longer God's chosen.
Yeah, we know that.
That's
This
what
is
he.
we know that what he believe. You know, I think he don't believe in anything. I think he is just somebody told me that he have a problem. His family, he's trying to get back his family, and they are supporting Israel. So he's trying to make them not to. I mean, he's trying to do something. It's something personal. Look like I don't want to go to speak about private people life, but somebody mentioned that, and he said something like that about his family. So we know that this is false. Secondly, God, our God, is a God of justice, and He promised the Jews from the time of Abraham that they will have their land, and even He says, "The one who curses your seed, I will curse them too." So we have tons of verses, and even the New Testament. You know, but when somebody he have an agenda, and his agenda is so clear, he will use. I can use anything now to make it against you, against me, against anyone, or I can make it to my side. I'm a lawyer, you know, and lawyer job is to use the law for the benefit of the criminal, not necessarily the victim. So what he do, he look for in the law for something can be used to get away from the penalty. So the same as in the law, there is many things can be used, the same as in the scriptures. So I will be selective and I will be elective, and then I try to convince the crowd in the court that this is the right thing by taking it out of what its purpose of it. So the law was made to protect the victim and to punish the criminal, right? But a smart evil lawyer, he can use the same law which is made the purpose of it to protect the victim, not to protect the criminal. I can use the same law to protect the criminal against the victim by using it wrongly and convince the crowd of the wrong, because the crowd is naive. They are not professional. They do not know what I'm talking about. All right.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, my friend. Thank you very
I
much.
wanted to also give you. I also wanted to give you some little verses to prove my point. Like if you go to Zechariah 8:23, it mentions that in the end days the Gentiles will be taking the hold of like they will be begging the Jewish people to get them to the real God.
Yeah, they
And
will
if you
they, will-
compare it with the
they will hold the rope of a Jew, tell him, take me with you.
yeah, and if you and also if you compare it with the Revelation, you will come to know that in the end times 1,44,000 Jewish people will be ministering the Gentile people. So if you connect both of this, it proves that even the Jewish people at the end times are still the chosen people.
All right.
So if you are a biblical scholar, then how you are not seeing this? I don't know. Either you are lying or you are trying to deceive someone.
No, he
Even I
is
am not a scholar.
he
Like,
is he noticed that I mean, I think he made a mistake and he cannot back down. He thought if he oppose Israel, he will get support of the Catholic, because it's known that most of the Catholic, they oppose Israel. For there's a lot of doctrines against Israel. So he is just he's a salesman. You know, like when you go to the salesman, do you want to buy a car? He will make the car an airplane for you, even though maybe you drive it a mile away and the car will break. But he's a salesman. So when he noticed that the crowd, not too many listening, he changed his position. As an example, when I attacked the Pope, he gets so upset. But then he himself, he changed when he noticed that even Catholic are upset, you know? So he changed his position and started saying, oh, the Pope must go. So why you get upset from me? For saying the same thing, you know? So he changed his position based on the audience, what the audience want. He's a businessman. It's all about money, you know? So if the audience they want him, they support him, he noticed they support him for a reason, he will adopt that reason. If that reason demolish is not there, he will abandon that reason. And this is the case for many who do business online. It's all about customers. Customers are always right, you know? And this is why when he make a video about Israel, you will find, or about me, I made a video. There's more than 4,000 comments. Long time ago, I did not check now. In his video, there's 10. 10 comment. Why? Because he delete any comment, oppose him. He's mentally ill. And the second you make a comment to oppose him, he go crazy. He can't accept criticism, you know, he's mentally ill. And he's afraid of losing customers because he's criticizing me. If you go to my comment section, when somebody criticizes me, what I do? Ask them, guys, is it true? I pin his comment to the top. Is it true? When somebody, in fact, I keep changing the pin message, depend who is a stronger criticism he have for me. So somebody made a criticism, I pin it, then I find later, 2 hours later, somebody have a stronger criticism. You know, I pin it, I put it on the top, I don't delete it. This is telling you who have a confidence of what he is teaching, what he is saying, and the one is terrified like a rat. And those are the one who do business. It's like, you know, you have a company, you try your best to make your company have the best review. So you ask your employees to go online and make 55 stars review. And if this is your website, if somebody posts a negative review, you delete it. All right, my friend. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we have a Hindu want to join us on the stage. Let us see. Go ahead, Rajat.
What's up, man? So I saw this topic and I wanted to get right in because I know like what tricks they play, and I've researched on this very long time ago.
All right.
Especially on what Zakir Naik used to say, and what you showed right now is like totally correct in Bhavishya Puran. And one thing I want to mention that most people do not talk about is that part of that scripture was actually added so much later, because that part, it is called Prati Sarga Parva. So that part was added so much later. We know this because a lot of the things that is mentioned in that part happened in 17th, 18th, 16th centuries. So that's how we know that a lot of the things that are mentioned in that scripture, like in that part, is you can say corrupt. So it's like not fully authenticated, but not fully corrupt either.
Yeah,
So when we talk about,
but if I am you
yeah,
as a Hindu, I will use this against them. Like now the Hindu, as a Hindu, uh,
mm,
I will use this what Zakir Naik said as a proof that Muhammad is false. As long as Zakir Naik approve it, right? And the Muslim they support that. Can they say you are fabricating? No. Here we go. He mentioned the book. He mentioned the page number. He mentioned speak about Muhammad. And look,
yeah,
this is what it says about Muhammad. He is an evil a creature, demonic,
mm,
and his followers are the corrupters of religion, and they are termite. So I will not go around between Muslims and say, oh, this is additional later. No, take it, adopt it, use it against them. They just this is like somebody he dig a grave for his own. This what the Muslim did. They dig a grave for Muhammad and they buried him alive, even though he's dead. And
yeah.
this
I
what they
mean,
do always. They do with every religion. They try to find him anywhere because they
I
are
just
desperate. They are bankrupt. They have no God. They have no prophet. Muhammad is false man. So they try to find Muhammad anywhere.
I just want to add one thing that the thing with India is that we do not generally criticize Islam directly here. We cannot, even though we know that what's happening with them, what they're doing, and how they're lying, we cannot, because in India we are taught from our childhood to be secular and respect them despite them doing anything with us. So it's very difficult. The laws also support them. The secularism is like completely stopping us
Can
even to
can
criticize
can
them.
can
That's
the
what I
can
think
the
is.
can the Muslims insult Hindus? Are they allowed by law?
yeah,
I mean, they do, of course. I see many where they
No,
do.
I mean by law, according to India law. Is it allowed for somebody to insult other person religion?
There's no law about it, but the Hindus generally do not care. But Muslims are very strict about it. If
they do that
anyone
all the
say
time.
about their prophet or anything, they just say that it's blasphemy. But Hindus are not so strict. Hindus
Because
forgive them,
you are
whatever
giving
they
me
do.
new information, because I heard that in India there's a law to forbid people from insulting certain religions. No?
Even
True,
if
but I don't. Yeah.
it, even if there is a constitutional law, no Muslim follows it. For
So
him,
so why you don't
whatever,
change the law?
like he
Because now
learns
they
his,
are insulting you, and you are not allowed
yeah,
to respond. So you respond, you go to jail. They attack, they stay free. What kind of law this law is? Isn't it the Hindu or the majority? Why you don't cancel it? Why you don't take it off? If they can
That's
insult
the
you
most
and they
because
get away with it, so why you cannot refute them? We are not calling for violence. But if somebody,
mm,
like now, I'm a Christian, you are a Hindu, I can speak
mm,
negative about Hindus, and I tell you I don't believe in Hinduism in front of you.
yeah,
But if the law will protect certain group, and then the rest they cannot respond, that is not a law. This is garbage,
of
right?
course, 100. Yep.
So you Hindu,
Mhm.
you should change it. You should make it. You should change the law. This is not right. Because I heard in the news that the one who insult Islam, he will be taken to court, etc. So India supposedly it's a democratic, one of the few democratic countries in that territory in Earth. And yet, if somebody insult Muhammad just because they were trying to keep peace, because Muslims are very aggressive, so you became subdued to the Abdul by making such a law just to make them cool down. But are they going to leave you alone? No. They will do more when you do that. So the law should be changed.
Yeah,
And
they actually
Muhammad
do
is a
that.
potato anyway.
In fact,
Oh,
if I tell you a real incident, so one of the members of the party, in a TB debate, the Muslims were saying a lot of things about Hindus, and she just mentioned one of the hadiths where Aisha was married to Muhammad, and she was absolutely thrown out of her party, the political party, and she was threatened by Muslims. A fatwa was released against her to kill her. So after that, nobody ever dared even to
See, so that
say
means
that what's written in their books.
May I
no,
interrupt
the
this?
Hindus are doing the wrong things then. The Hindus are supporting terrorism of Islam instead of supporting the women, you know, and stand behind her. They show cowardness and the Muslim win. And then you are saying, since then, nobody dare to say or mention anything.
Brother, can I talk about this in this topic?
All right, go ahead, Fear.
Okay. Listen, the topic was very small. It was very true. Mohammed did marry Aisha at the age of, had sex with her at the age of 9. It is real true. After this, the whole India went into chaos. Even I lived in such a side state, and every Muslim was doing riot on the state. People were hanging literal like made up dead bodies, saying that death to her, death to her. For she literally had to go underground. Her political party removed her. It was the ruling party in the India. After that, ISIS was sending death threats to India. I think even the Prince of Saudi Arabia said to remove this or remove her. It was just insanity. And after, not even after that, even before it, people were unable to, and they were constantly mocking the other party's gods. Nobody said a single thing, but the whole India was in chaos. It was
Yeah, but you
insanity.
see, the issue is the Muslims, they try to intimidate. And the Hindus are the majority. So how a minority can intimidate the majority? That is a shame. So
But
just because you want you
Yeah,
want
just like in UK, the majority always thinks to respect and protect the minority, and the powerful people always have this mindset, and minority misuses this. Just like in UK, they're asking for blasphemy laws. So despite Christian majority, I don't know what's going to happen in UK, but similar situation
they will
is in
never
India.
able to accomplish such a thing. You know, this is impossible. They will try. Like the Muslims, there are 56 Muslim countries. They ask the United Nations to make such a law, and all the world refuse. Will never happen, and they will be demolished. We will never allow them. Muhammad have to be insulted because he deserve it. It's not a choice. Anyone
it's
who,
not even an insult, it's the truth.
huh?
It's the truth. It's not an insult. It's a truth.
It is a threat.
It is a truth. Truth. Truth.
Yeah, he's saying that it's written in. He's saying that it's written in their books. We are not stating something out of their books.
Yeah,
We're
I
just
mean,
stating
yeah.
what's
So
written.
you know, no. And for me, I insult. I make 4 books. I don't care how many people threaten me. Let ISIS, let Al Qaeda, let everyone come back. Who care? You see, when you are scared, a cockroach will scare the hell of you. A cockroach. If you are scared. When you are a coward, you cannot do anything in life. The Hindus are the majority of this country. Your army controlled by Hindus. Your prime minister is a Hindu. So why in the world you get intimidated by a bunch of Abdul? Nobody wants violence. Nobody's asking for violence. But should everybody have the right, the same as Muslims? They can make fun of your God. You should have the right to say your mind. Maybe you like their God. Maybe you disrespect their God. Every citizen have to have the freedom. So when a government compromise or a political party compromise, that mean this party don't deserve respect. The whole members of it should dismiss this party. You cannot be a party who will be scared just because one of your members says something is true. Muhammad did marry Aisha at the age of 6, not 8. She was 6. So how in the world this woman, she is going to be dismissed from her party, and she became a bad person for saying normal education? The Muslims, even themselves, Zakir Naik himself, he speak about that in his video.
CP, can I say something?
All right.
So because
go ahead. No, I don't hear you. Okay, Fearless. I don't hear you, Fearless. All right.
It was.
I think what he wanted to say that we are always taught to respect them from our childhood, but that's
my
not
friend,
with them. In their scriptures, it's written that our God will go to.
Respecting people have nothing to do with religion. Like, you know, if I see a Muslim old woman in the street, like it happened to me, I was in Germany. I went out of the airport. There's a bus. I was going to do a seminar somewhere, and then there is like a little place. If anyone know the in the airport there, Frankfurt airport, I think. Yeah, yeah, I think Frankfurt. Anyway, so out of the airport, there's like a place where for buses, and there's only a 2 seat or 1 seat covered by umbrella, like from a glass for rain, and the rain was coming crazy. So a woman, she was sitting on that chair. She went to the place to read, like the schedule for the buses. But when she came back, somebody took his place. That's it. I mean, too many people are seeking to cover themselves. She's a Muslim woman. She's an old woman. I don't have umbrella with me. I stood up. I gave her my chair. Why? Because she is a human being. She is a woman. She is old. And I know she's a Muslim. But why not? So this has nothing to do with saying my belief about what Islam is about. Islam is garbage. Muhammad is filthy. So I will treat Muslim nicely and kindly, especially if somebody deserve it, like you know, as we see old women. But when you ask me about Muhammad, I will never compromise. The guy is the lowest, as here in the page here, as in the book of Hindu describe Muhammad as the lowest. He is the lowest. It's not
even the king whose dream he came in, and the king said, "I will kill you." That's how low he was. And one other thing, CP, I wanted to mention is something that Zakir Naik used to always quote, and listen to this, listen how stupid it sounds. So a word that comes in our scriptures, Vedas, it says Nara Shansa. So this is just a word. And the word means the praised one. And you know what Zakir Naik did? Probably in 50 of his lectures, he said, this word, the praised one, means Mohammed. That's just what the word means. That's it. The praised one. And he said that's what Mohammed means.
Yeah, well,
like
True.
Like, can you imagine how stupid
Even my name means the praised one in Hindi. So am I the Muhammad? No, right? He's an idiot.
I know. You know what? When you spoke to me first time, I felt like you are Muhammad. Are you reading? Seriously? You have a character of Muhammad. I'm just joking. So yeah, anyway, I mean, they are so desperate, they are bankrupt. They try to find Muhammad in the Bible, any book. I mean, I will not be surprised if the Muslim they find Muhammad in the yellow pages. You know, like if a dog make a noise when the adhan is happening, Allahu Akbar. The dog, look at the reaction of the dog, reaction of the monkey to the adhan. The tree is praying to Allah. The tree is doing salah. A tree taking shahada.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's so funny.
And they blindly believe Zakir Naik. It's like Zakir Naik's their God. It's like Zakir Naik's their God.
No, you see, the Arab, they laugh at Zakir Naik, you know. This is only for people in Pakistan, Bangladesh, because Zakir Naik is an idiot. You know, he make a lot of mistakes when they teach about Islam. Like, you know, when he mentioned many things. Like, as an example, he said the hur are not female necessarily. They will be male and female. But reality, the Quran says they will not bleed, you know. So it's talking about female. It says no man, no genie of them. Look at this tree converted to Islam. Unbelievable. Beautiful, beautiful, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but couple like last month when Zakir Naik went to Pakistan, he actually made a public statement that women who don't want to get married are properties.
Yeah.
Like properties meaning that properties that are sold in market.
Yeah, why
That's
not?
a public statement he made.
If people are full. But do you see my screen? Do you see how amazing Islam is? Look, the tree converted to Islam. How you explain that to me as a Hindu? You as a Hindu, how you explain that? How you explain that a tree, and this is an Indian tree, by the way. It's a Hindu tree. How the Hindu tree praying to Allah? Amazing, amazing. You know, and then people from around the world They come from everywhere to take pictures next to this tree. Amazing. The tree converted to Islam. In fact, there's a hadith about Muhammad. When he wanted to do poo, he called 3 trees to come to him, and they cover him, and they keep him in the shade. Looked like his poo was for many hours, because I don't know. I mean, how long is going to take before the shade of the tree change? It's not going to happen in 5 minutes. It's going to take 5 hours. So they keep him in shade. And then there's other hadith about the same trees. They Muhammad asked them, he asked them to come to him, and he asked them to say shahada, and they creep, they come to him, and they say shahada, and they went back to their place.
By walking.
Huh?
By walking.
I don't know.
This is a true story, by the way. I was there, you know. Yeah. You know, Muslims, they find those stories are true, but then you go in the Quran, you find that Muhammad have 0 miracles. 0 miracles in the Quran.
Yeah, he also loved his urine. He said that whoever drinks his urine will directly get a ticket to Jannat.
Yeah, the one she drink urine, but it's true. She is in heaven right now. You know, she have a urine passport. Like there's a hadith. Let me read to find it. Let us see here. And not only that, Muhammad, he don't accept 3 to convert to Islam without saying the Shahada 3 times. It's not only like you have to convert, she have to say the Shahada 3 times. Let us see here the hadith. All right, here we go. Did you see my screen?
Yeah, we can.
All right, amazing story. When we were in a journey with the Prophet, a nomadic Arab approached, and when he came near God, messenger said to him, "Do you testify that there is no God but God alone, and who has no partner, that and that Muhammad is his servant and messenger?" He asked, "Who will testify to what you say?" Replying this, the mimosa tree, he called it. It was at the side of the wadi, which means the other side of the valley. Wadi mean valley. And it came forward, following the ground till it stood in front of him. He asked it to testify 3 times to take shahada. And when it had testified 3 times, that was as he had said, it returned to its state. So here we go, the tree, and this is mimosa tree. Mimosa is even mimosa. I was going to plant mimosa, but I cannot play it here. Like, you know, they are mimosa tree converted to Islam, and Muhammad, he command the tree to come from the other side. The guy, he said to him, "Okay, why I want to say this? Who testified to you that you are a prophet? Who can witness to you?" Muhammad, he made the tree witness to him, mimosa tree. Do you have any story like this in the Hindu scriptures?
I mean, we're not that advanced still.
Well, I hope in the future you will be advanced. You know, I feel sorry for you. Are you jealous?
Very jealous. I want to convert to Islam right now.
Are you a tree? You have to be a qualified tree to convert to Islam. So tree praying to Allah, the dog reaction to the adhan, even the lizard is an enemy of Allah. I mean, and then they say to you, "Don't laugh at Muhammad." I mean, this guy is a mockery. The story written about him, all of it is a mockery. The tree covering the ass of Muhammad to when he want to shit. He go to the bathroom, and then there is no shit in the bathroom. That is called holy shit. And then if you search online, if you search like holy urine of a Prophet Muhammad, have you ever heard of any religion? Do you have anything in Hindus like a holy urine of somebody?
I think I have no idea about it. I don't think so.
Okay, I hope not. No, we don't read this one. This is, let me show you this article here. The holy urine of a Prophet Muhammad. The benefit of drinking the blessed urine, the blessed urine. I'm going to open an account in Amazon to sell the blessed urine. All right. You see the article name? The benefit of drinking the blessed urine of our holy prophet. And the whole article about, yeah, you know, any Muslim want to join us and tell us why the urine of the prophet is blessed? I mean, your prophet is everywhere. He's a blessing even in India. He is a satanic, demonic, and his men, they cut their genital, and then
genitals.
Yeah, and then they killed more than 80 million Hindus. I mean, you're a blessing to everybody. I heard that there is a Muslim woman or something like that. She refuted the lies of the Hindus about the Muslims killed 80 million. Is that true?
Yeah, she refused. Yeah, true.
She did refute it?
Yeah, I think so. I've also heard about it.
No, I mean, is it true that when somebody saying that the Muslim killed 80 million Hindus, is it true story or is it true number or it's false?
I cannot exactly say about the exact numbers, but of course he killed a large number of Hindus, whoever came in his
Maybe
way
70
or
million.
didn't convert.
All right. All right.
Sir, I have a question.
Okay.
I'm curious, why do they cut throat? Because in the case of Nupur Sharma, there was a tailor who just supported her, not in a big way, but like while casually talking with people, and they, in a broad daylight, cut it and slit his throat. And I've seen Muslims do these so many times.
What they
What
do?
is the
You are speaking fast. I can understand.
slit throat?
Slit throat.
Slit throat.
Yeah. Well, this is
Yes.
this is what gang do. You know, I'm a terrorist. Yeah.
Why do all of them do the same thing? Is there a reason behind it?
Yeah. Muhammad did it, so they did it. You know, this is what they call themselves.
Muhammad did it.
Yeah.
And another thing, what is 786 or 768?
This is a false fictions of Muslims. You know, somebody always Muslim. They come with the false prediction and false, etc. False. Nothing real about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Understandable. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right. Thank you, guys, the Hindu guys, who join us. Do we have any Muslim wanna join us and have a comment about Prophet Muhammad is mentioned in the Hindu scriptures? We are really amazed, Muslims. Zakir Naik, he said the truth. How Zakir Naik, he was able to know this? Anyone? It's really amazing that Zakir Naik, he discovered your prophet in the Hindu book, and he is a terrible creature. His name is Muhammad, and he will establish a terrible religion, demonic religion. Any Muslim? Any Abdul? No Abdul left? We are short of Abduls these days, you know. Where is the article of Zakir Naik? I think I closed it. Oops, I need it. We should post it in the info. Oh, here we go. I have it here in this page here. All right. I should post it in the info to show people the corruption. You Muslims, you're scholars. Zakir Naik is not a scholar anyway, but I mean, you Muslims, you make a big deal of him. I went to him when he was live online and the video there. The guy almost had a heart attack when he saw me. Any Abdul? who is a beautiful Abdul from the land of a beauty, because Islam beauty is everywhere. Look at Syria. I mean, Syria was one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Look at Lebanon. Lebanon, you know, one day, long time ago, the ruler of Emirat, he said, I'm going to make, my dream is to make Dubai, an Emirat, the same as Lebanon. This was his dream. But at that time, the Muslim, they were like, no. And then the Muslims, they wanted to control Lebanon. The country was controlled totally by the Christians. Is way better than France. France in the time when France was France, not now. Abdul went to France. France now is the place of scams, gangs, drugs, street, the river, the main river in the capital of France. Like when they have those show, people, they swim in it, they start vomiting from the dirt. Any Muhammadan? Who is a Muhammadan would like to tell us? Do you agree that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is mentioned in the Hindu scriptures as we see here? The book name, this is the Quran in the Hindus. Bhavashaya Purana. I cannot believe it that Muhammad is everywhere. You know? We have infestation of Muhammad. Even in the Hindu book. Like yesterday, there was a guy was debating me about Muhammad in the Bible. And now Muhammad in the Hindu book. Muhammad. Look at this. Aren't you shocked? Be honest with me. How we can now get rid of this? We need, I hope Muslims will record me, we need to corrupt the books of the Hindus so we can take the name of Muhammad from their book. Once I was doing a speech in India 2000 years ago, and I made, you know me, I'm anti-Islam. So they asked me for a reference, and I told them, go to the chapter of the cow. By the way, do you know that the chapter of the cow is the biggest chapter in the Quran? Man, oh man, I made a big mistake. Tens of thousands of Hindus became Muslims when they heard that the biggest chapter in the Quran is the cow chapter. You Muslims, now we know the relation. Adam, he was landed in India. Is that true? Or I'm lying? You Muslims, is it true? Adam, let me find the video. I mean, it's so, the stories of Muslims is so true. And not only he landed in India, he landed in Sri Lanka, brother. Okay? Let me show you. Because many of you will not believe how much Islam is connected to India. In fact, I believe there's a lot of connection. You know? The black stone, Shiva stone, the female private part of the stone, the Kaaba, the clothes of the Muslims when they do Hajj. This is the same as the priest
of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, where he says that Adam alayhi salam nazala fil Hind. He came down in what is known as the Indo-Pak subcontinent, precisely Sri Lanka.
Now I know why me as an Arab I like tea. My grandfather Adam from Sri Lanka. I am Sri Lankan. I want my passport. All of us, we have the right to have a citizenship of Sri Lanka. Abdul, precisely? I mean, you know, do you know which town? You know, it's just what?
Precisely, Sri Lanka. There is a mount there known as Adam's Peak.
Oh.
If you go there,
Yeah.
you will find it green and beautiful,
No.
as though it is not from this earth, but it is. I'm not trying to imply anything.
I mean, you see, even Adam is smarter than Muhammad. He come down in Sri Lanka. The stupid Muhammad, he come where? In Mecca, there's no even water. He used rocks to clean his ass. I mean, this is a good deal. You go to Sri Lanka, you don't go. I mean, there is everything grow there. Coffee grow there, fruit grow there, a lot of fish. I mean, yeah, this is the nice Mecca. What is in Mecca? Muhammad was full of fleas. All the Arab who live in the desert, they are full of lies. If you go right now and type in the hadith lies, you will be surprised. I mean, there is more lies than the number of Muslims today. The Prophet was full of lies. He said that Allah, he tests the Prophet by lies. Even Muhammad, he claimed that the Barghouth is a Muslim. The Barghouth is a Muslim, which is the lies. So he said to them, don't insult the Barghouth. What? Are you serious? We cannot insult the Barghouth? Really? That's deep. That is so deep, man. Let me find you the hadith, all right? I mean, how disgusting this man who tried to insult the flea. Very disgusting people, man. Didn't know that this Barghouth is a Muslim, and he woke up a prophet to pray to Allah. You know. Let us see if I can find the hadith in English. Even the lies, they work for Allah. Here we go. Anas ibn Malik reported that the man accursed fleas in the presence of the Prophet, may Allah bless him. By the way, it doesn't say bless him, it says Allah pray on him and salute him, not to grant him peace. The Prophet, may Allah pray on him and salute him, said, don't curse them. A flea woke up on a prophet for a prayer. Ouch. That's wisdom. That is so whiz and dumb. The fleas woke up the prophet, and since then we cannot curse. We cannot curse the fleas, you know, like, okay. Okay, where Sri Lanka? Continue, please. Sorry for disturbing your conversation. Okay, go ahead.
There is a mount there known as Adam's Peak. If you go there, you will find it green and beautiful, as though it is not from this earth, but it is. I'm not trying to imply anything, but I'm just saying it is so beautiful, maybe because the Sri Lankans have kept it that way. But it's a beautiful place. It is said that there is a possibility that that is the place. We don't know for certain that that spot is the place, but roughly there. What about Hawa? Where did she come down? In Jeddah. Where is Jeddah? Jeddah is in the Arabian Peninsula. In what we...
I mean, look at your luck, man. Allah, he sent down to earth Adam. Adam, his parachute landed him in Sri Lanka. He's lucky. Eve, she landed in the desert of Saudi Arabia. How they met again? You Muslims, how they met again? Look at this face. I mean, this guy, do you really believe in this stupid story you are telling us? How in the world Muhammad and why they are landed in two different locations? It was two spaceship? Like maybe the spaceship of Eve have a flat tire? Look at this face, like, oh man. Adam, he landed in Sri Lanka. Oh no. Oh no. Eve, Eve, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Are you there? There. I am in Sri Lanka, Lanka. Do you hear me? Hear me. And Eve, she was in the desert. No water. No food. She was screaming, Adam. You idiot. You landed in nice place. And I am not. You are so not. And you know, like for me, I mean, I can imagine how horrible for a woman to land at the desert. Number one, how in the world now she can find a makeup? I mean, this is a problem, big problem. Forget about the water. Who care about the water? There's no makeup. What the heck? Don't Allah knew that this is not right? I mean, this is not right. No makeup? That's hell. In fact, Allah do not need to kick her out of heaven. Just take the makeup away. Sorry, woman, I'm just joking. Okay, don't kill me. The women, by the way, they are so friendly. I'm telling you. I'm so, you know, I fear two things only. IDF, pagers, and women. Just leave me alone. Anyway, I was joking, okay? They just, I will delete this part of the video. Later, we will do anything so for safety and security. I mean, I insult Muhammad, but I don't fear anything. But they don't go in that direction. So Muslims, Eve, she landed in Jeddah, brother. Seriously. And how Adam, and later Adam, he did 40 times Hajj. 40 times he went all the way to Saudi Arabia. But Sri Lanka is an island. How Adam was able to go to Mecca? Any Muslim can tell us? We have 3 Adam peaks. No, I can show you actually the Adam peak he's talking about. You know, the Muslims are, as always, they try to hijack any religious place for any religion, not only Christianity or Jews. They do that to the Hindus or the Buddhists. So this is let me show you. This is a Hindu temple, and the Muslim, they are trying to hijack it. The same they did to the Hindus, you know, in India. They take the temple by the sword. They convert it to a mosque. But in Sri Lanka, they are not the majority. They are a small number. So until now, they could not take it. But if one day they are able, they will take it. You remember when they explode themselves inside the churches and they killed hundreds of Christians in Sri Lanka? So this is the foot of Adam. There's only one foot. All right? So the Muslims now, they claim that this is the foot of Adam. And the weird is, look like Adam, you know, at that time, he have one foot. And he used to walk like a kangaroo. Hey Muslims, where is the second foot? And why there's only one foot in the mountain? Any Muslim can tell us? And the foot is about 6 foot long. Kangaroo Adam. So beautiful. Boing, 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 boing. Don't tell this story to Pink Panther. He make a movie about it. Ta-dum, 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 ta-dum. Hey, Pink Panther, what are you doing? I'm trying to look for the second foot. Ta-dum. Did you find any fingerprint for the, I mean, any print of the second foot? Ta-dum, 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 ta-dum. Nothing yet. Man, do you think that will take a lot of time to find the second footprint? Ta-dum, 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 ta-dum. Okay, hold on. I have a question. What is the connection with this footprint and hamburger? Say hamburger, hamburger. I mean, you Muslims, are you, what's wrong with you? You want to steal the temple from the Buddhists because they have this weird, I don't know what they believe in it too. They don't believe in Adam's story, you know. But are you serious? How big the shit of Adam? If this is his foot, how big his penis? According to Muhammad, Adam was 6 floors tall. That's deep. You can imagine Eve when Adam first time take off his clothes. Idiot. Adam was naked. Oh, sorry. So Eve, when she saw his penis, mean. I assume Eve, she said, I swear by Allah, I never saw a penis like this before. Eve, you stupid. There's only one man anyway. What penis? This woman, she is confused between the cedar tree and her husband penis. Crazy. Abdul. Adam, he landed in Sri Lanka. How we went to Arabia if Sri Lanka is an island? Huh? Sri Lanka is an island. It's not connected to the land. It's not connected to India. It is literally an island. Do we have any Abdul? And then, just to show you the fictions of the Muslims, if you search for Adam, Prophet Adam grave, you will find the Muslims, they have a grave for him everywhere in the world. But let me show you as samples of a Prophet Adam grave. First time I saw it, I thought I'm watching an Italian movie. Why? Because it sounds like a macaroni. What is this? Muslims, this is Adam grave. If. And why he is so narrow? So he is so long. Is that a snake? So the guy is so tall, yet he is so narrow. How he can walk? What is this? 200-foot long grave. Grave of who? Prophet Adam, brother. The grave of Prophet Adam. Muslims, is his balls in the grave too? I mean, the guy is that long, tall. Let me assume 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter, 5 meter, 6 meter, 7 meter, 8 meter, 10 meter, 11 meter. I think this is the balls there. We have to dig there. Hey Muslims, how big is balls? I mean, the balls should take 2 rooms. This is Adam, my friend. Why the grave is so narrow? Any Abdul? And then, hold on, we are not done. Is that really the only grave for Adam? The Muslims are weak. I mean, weirdo. They have a grave for Adam everywhere in the world. Look. This is the grave of Adam and Eve in different location. Like, what the heck? The same guy? Are you serious? The same the same guy. And this is Eve now. Like, there's Eve, you know. hey, Muslims, shouldn't we separate from between them? They might have sex at night. I mean, this guy is so tall, his penis can go a far distance. I mean, look, there's 5 foot between them. Someone in that size, I mean, his penis will go anywhere. He can go to your kitchen, even, you know. This is a grave of Prophet Adam, Muhammadan. The tomb of Adam and Eve in Manor, Sri Lanka, brother. Sri Lanka? Now we know. I mean, it makes sense. He died in Sri Lanka. What the heck? All right, are we done? No. Okay, this is a grave of who? Hold on. Oh, look. The Prophet Adam, he have a footprint in a different place. We found a different place. Look at the fingers, brothers, sisters. Look, he have 6 fingers. In Muslims, he have 6 fingers. How come? This is his foot? May Allah foot you. You Muslims don't know how to lie, don't you? All Islamic story is true. Prophet Adam history, footprint. Abdul, it's possible that maybe this is a dinosaur. All right, this is the grave of whom? Hold on. This is the tomb of Elijah? You have it? Man. Okay, hold on. The grave. Look at this. Hold on. I just oh boy. This is the grave of who? Who? This is the grave of Habil, the son of Adam, who killed his brother, who was killed by his brother. Okay, Abdul, why is so short? So his father was tall like a train. The son is a Subway sandwich. I'm going to die one day laughing at Muhammad and his religion. I will gain weight from laughing. I warn you, by people who listen to me here, you will gain a lot of weight. How many of you now is going to convert? I mean, look, nobody have anything about Adam in any religion, but Muslims, they do. They have even the grave of the sons of Adam. They know even who is there. Look, and but I don't know why he's short. Why he's short? I think Adam, that mean maybe Adam, his wife Eve, she was very short. Like, you know, if you are very tall and you marry a woman, she is short, your son will be like between. But this is still a very short guy. I mean, compared to his father, he is not even to the knee. Unbelievable. Maybe Adam, when he have sex with Eve, he have like a quarter of orgasm. Like he did not have a full orgasm. I'm not sure. There's something fishy about this grave. But I can guarantee you, brothers and sisters, that Muslims don't lie. And if you open this grave, for sure you will find the son of Adam, Habil. Who is this guy here? This is a prophet Daniel. What the heck? And he is so tall too. Whoa. He looked like a submarine. Daniel was so tall. Muslims. Muslims have the whole history of any man in the world is preserved in Islam. Not like those Christians and Jews and, you know. Look, they have a prophet Daniel. Look here, it says, Tomb of Old Testament, Prophet Daniel. It's an Old Testament prophet, but the grave is Muslim grave. And brother, where is the location? Hold on, I want to find the location. Hold on. I want to open it in different page here, trying to find where is the grave located, because I want to go and take selfie there. Where is this location? Hold on. Details. Samarkand in Uzbekistan. The grave of a Prophet Daniel in Samarkand, brother. Are you serious? Listen. Prophet Daniel. He is from Uzbekistan? What he was doing there? What? Prophet Daniel was in Uzbek? Uzbekistan? Not Pakistan? Well, at least there, like, women are beautiful. Maybe this why this guy was single, like, so he said, I will go where? Go Pakistan, go Uzbekistan. I mean, all of them, they end with Stan. So maybe he missed the address. Right? Do we have any Muslim? You Muslims, your story is so true, by the way. I'm really shocked about how truthful you are. This is so good to be true. Uzbekistan. I don't know what I can say. I cannot make any comment anymore. This is the book of who? Oh, sorry, the grave of who? Tomb of Habil. Like this, we just showed them the other tomb. We just showed you Habil tomb in different place, different form. Why this grave exists here? This is a different one. And look, guys, do you see the boxes next to the tomb? This is where you put money. I mean, come on. Habil is angry. He is so big. I mean, do you know how big is his stomach? You have to give money. Look, the money. So, scam. They build this tomb. They convince people, spread rumor that we found here this guy, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, and they put those boxes, and the stupid people, the naive people, they come up with their money. And this is how many, Abil, how many graveyard you have, man? You died everywhere, aren't you? Let me guess. I think when you died, your daddy, he cut you pieces, and then he fly with one of those spaceship, and he starts scattering your body everywhere. Maybe here there's only your penis. True story. Okay, hold on. What else? Grave of a prophet who? This is the same one. This is grave of who? Oh, this is the same guy. Like, what the heck? Again? Who is this guy? This is Prophet Muhammad? Prophet Adam. Oh, look. The Muslim, they hang in what they call it, the crank. Those like you for building high buildings. They made a clothing, and this is Adam supposedly. When I talk about Muhammad, I sweat even if it's really cold. Abdul, this is a Prophet Adam? Seriously. What is his legs? Do you see how much money they spend, those stupid people? They brought those machines, the huge machines, and they make this clothing, this dress, and this is supposedly Prophet Adam. What happened to his head? He lost his head, don't you? He was supporting Kamala Harris, and after the election, he become headless. True story. This is Prophet Adam. Who can be that? Okay, hold on. All right. Who is this guy? Grave of a prophet? Al-Habit? What? What is this? Prophet, a grave of a prophet. Pictures of a grave Ahl al-Bayt. Ah, okay, those Ahl al-Bayt. Those are the family of Muhammad. Who is this guy here? It doesn't say. Ah, this is Abel, the grave of Abel. Like, what the heck? This is his grave. And look, the guy is kissing the grave. This is the grave of who? Another review of a grave of Abel. This is the same grave? Oh. Okay. What else? This is the grave of who? This place to find Noah. Oh, this is here the flood. The water of Noah came from here, brother. The flood of Noah. Okay. What is this? Grave of Hazrat Yushi, first prophet after Adam. Yushi is the first prophet of Adam. Okay. And he's a Muslim. Look, there's a Fatiha in his name. Who is this? This is in the Kaaba. Grave of Hazrat Ibrahim. Ibrahim. They got Ibrahim too. Who is this here? Grave Hazrat. This is Lut. This is Lut. His grave is here. Look at the door. I feel sorry for you, Lut. I mean, they have a very good taste in paint. All the beautiful colors in the world. Look at the door, man. This is a piece of art. This is a Prophet Lut. No graves is missing in Islam. This is a Prophet Saleh. Those are we never heard of, you know. And look how tall too. This is maybe his foot. We don't know. You have more? What is this? This is from the Jewish. Yeah, this is a grave. I didn't say. This is a Jewish. But he's not tall. The tomb of Moses. Okay. Shu'aib. This is the grave of Adam, right? This is Zechariah. Yeah, actually here, this is a church, by the way. This is the church in Damascus. This is the church of John the Baptist. All right? And supposedly there is a smaller grave inside for him. But this is a church. This is the mosque. The Muslims, they occupy Syria and they convert the biggest church in the country into a filthy mosque. I hope one day we will be able to take it back. I pray. Grave of Pip Amna. This is the grave of Muhammad's mother. Halima. This is the grave of Halima, the one Muhammad she did suckle Muhammad. I mean, are you serious? This is not even a goat house. Oh boy. This is the grave of Halima, the one she did the breastfeeding for Muhammad. This is the grave of who? Jannatu ul Mawla, before destruction. This is before destroyed. Okay. Qabr Hazrat Abu Talib. Oh, this is Abu Talib, the uncle of Muhammad. Okay. This is the grave of the wife of Muhammad, Khadija. This is Khadija, the rich woman Muhammad he married. Look how beautiful the grave. This is the grave of Muhammad. See the grave of Muhammad? Okay. This is what? Rosa of 4 Imam before destruction. The cage was made from gold, pure gold. Yeah. This is the grave of whom Muslims are gathering. It doesn't say, I don't know. Who's dead there? Look how beautiful the grave. It looked like they put some oil in it. It looked very weird. Those are supposedly the grandsons of Muhammad, the family of Muhammad. Okay. Cry, cry. If. We gave you a history tour. You guys, I should charge you. Shouldn't I? You guys don't deserve this luxury. Do we have any Muhammadan who would like to join us? Huh? How long my grave should be, guys? What do you think? I mean, my beard alone will need maybe few meters. Should I shave my beard before I go to the grave or leave it? Then time will come and the Muslim, they will say the holy grave and the holy beard of the holy prophet, Christian prince. What do you think if I cut my beard before I die and sell it in auction? Any Abdul? Yeah, I'm very good as a tour guy, you know. I will make you die laughing. Yeah, what are you talking about? Are you kidding me? May Allah bless you with the urine of the Holy Prophet. All right? Hey, Muslim, don't you have a picture of it? How come you have pictures of everything? What is the piss of the Prophet? They have even, if you search, holy hair of a Prophet Muhammad. I mean, they could not find the Quran, but they were able to find his hair. Look at this. Seriously. And by the way, Muhammad was blonde. Look at this. What the heck? What is this? This doesn't sound like coming from the head. It looked like it's coming from somewhere else. Muhammad was a blonde? Muslims? Wow. Here, Muhammad here is black. And look here, it says the holy hair. The holy hair, that's holy shit. You know, what? Holy hair? How much money you can make from this hair? You can imagine. Look, this is a different one. They have hair everywhere of Muhammad. Muhammad, he was like a pig. Wherever he go, he drop hair. Look at this. What is this? Muslim, do you have security over this? Because I want to steal it. This is the hair of Muhammad too? What is the hair? There's one. We can't even see it. Guys, do you see that? There's one hair. And why this hair is standing up? Maybe he saw me. Because, you know, if you see something scary, your hair will stand up, they say. There's one hair of a Prophet Muhammad in that container? Just one? In Muslims, how you were able to know that this is his hair? You Muslims, did you meet with Harry Potter? I think this is Harry Potter. Look at this beard. Look at the beard of this guy. Look at the scam. Brothers and sisters, this is the, hey brother, like you touching the hair, how you feel? Can you tell us, please? Don't you think you will live forever now? What? This is the hair of Prophet Muhammad too. Look at this. What? One hair? There's only one. And look, the dish is made from gold. And the thing is holding it is made from gold. Come on, for me. You cannot touch the hair of Prophet Muhammad with the, you know, normal wear. It have to be gold. Look at this. One hair. But this one I am suspecting it's from his ass. It look weird. Seriously. Look at this one. Oh, this one is so long. Hey Muslims, are you sure this is a hair of Muhammad or a tail of a horse? This is Muhammad hair. Are you serious? Subhanallah, brother. Subhanallah. The blessed hair of our beloved prophet. How come the others they have a short hair and those they have a very long hair? This is a horse tail. Muslims, I'm getting confused here. Look, this is the hair of Prophet Muhammad. Where they have it there? This is not hair, this is balls. This is his balls. Yeah, I see one hair there. Ah, they cut his ball, and in the ball there's two hair. I see two hair. Do you see them? Why they are red? Red balls? Huh? I cannot believe it. That's crazy. Okay. And look with the navigator. Look, this is a different one. It's getting smaller here. And look, the ghosts and the guys in the picture, I don't know if you can see them. There's like hundreds of people looking at the hair. That's amazing. That's so beautiful. What is this? This is hair too? Man. Muhammad was dropping hair every day. Like a dog, you know, when the summer season come, he shed his hair everywhere. This is the hair of Muhammad too. Look at this. Small container. Everybody want to touch it. Please, blessing. Allahu Akbar. What is this? This is the hair of Prophet Muhammad too. They put it in the perfume, by the way, so it can grow. I grow hair too, you know. I mean, I'm sick of my beard. Honestly, I wish there is like a kind of a drugs. You take an injection and your beard will never grow. I don't want to shave it at all, but I don't want to have it growing. I'm sick of it. Unbelievable. Look how the Sheikh is looking. Be careful, brother. Brother, be careful. The believers are watching. It's even a video. Eid Ziyara. Ziyara, by the way, means visit. All right. A visit, a holiday visit to the holy hair of a prophet, PBUH. I mean, no wonder they found Muhammad in the Hindu scriptures and he is an evil demon. That's amazing, man. That's so good. Yeah, look at those guys from Chechnya. Look how they are looking, you know. Believers, brother. Look at this Abdul. Don't touch it, you stupid. I mean, guys, this is look like where? Indonesia, maybe? I think this is Indonesia. Orang. The hair of Muhammad everywhere. Indonesia, Turkey, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, India, Syria, Iraq. The guy was a hairy booter. Wherever you go, his hair everywhere. This is the hair of the Prophet too? No, he's drinking. What he's doing? Ceremony of washing the hair of Prophet Muhammad. Ceremony of what? Ceremony of washing the hair of a... I want to see this one. I'm really interested. Ceremony of washing... Hold on. Ceremony of washing the hair of a Prophet Muhammad, BBUH, held in Dagestan. Wow. And look how many people are standing firm. And this Arab guy, he is coming all the way. Who is this guy? Who is this potato? The Arab. The ceremony of washing the hair of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, was held today in Dagestan, Islamabad. Okay, produce a ceremony. Okay. All the least pictures you can find in our official account. Okay, okay. The Mufti of Dagestan, Ahmed Haji Effendi, become the guardian. What? That is a high position. He become the guardian of the hair of the Prophet. Guys, this is a very serious position. It's my dream. All right? He become the guardian. Okay. Sacred relics of Prophet Muhammad. Look at the dove. Those are Muslims in Russia. Those are Sufi, by the way. Oh, okay. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Washing the hair of the Holy Prophet. Why you are washing it? It's getting dirty? Why he was like working? I mean, it's hair. To put it in a container will never have a dirt. Why you are washing the hair? You would damage it. We have to wash the hair. Do we have any Muhammadan? Lay off, are you a Muslim? Kayuf? Look how beautiful, guys. And look at the guy in the back, he's almost crying. Very sensitive. Very, very sensitive. I feel sorry, you guys. You don't have such a pleasure. Muslims have everything. They have a grave of Adam. Their Quran is preserved, even though the goat ate half of it. And they have even the hair from his butt, from his head. It doesn't matter where. They have the hair of Muhammad. But they could not find the Quran. Everything Islam preserved, you know, everything. History preserved. Any Abdul? This one, I don't know, this was like sound. Maybe India or India. Yeah, it says India. Look, this guy, he came from the window, holding the hair in his hand. Allahu Akbar. Takbir. Hashish religion. Islam truly is a curse. What is this? Is that a genie in the ball or the hair of the Prophet? And look, this guy is so blessed, man. So beautiful. Listen carefully for me. As an Arab, I can produce to you or can provide you with hair. However, you have to pay me. Sorry, nothing for free. It will cost you. All right? So if you like to be saved from any disease, for women, just to let you know, if I give you one hair of the Prophet of Allah, Prophet Muhammad, you will never need makeup all your life. You will become 70 times more pretty than anyone in the zoo. So don't hesitate. All what I need is your money. The rest is not important. You will get the hair. It hurt. Okay, I got the hair of a Prophet Muhammad right now. It is so, so powerful. I can feel. It hurt, man. I took one for real. Oops. Man, it hurt me. Okay, this is the hair of Prophet Muhammad. I hope nobody heard me. Let us make an auction. Let us start with $10. Who want to make an auction? Let's see if people in Rumble they can join the auction with us. Hey Rumble, are you rumbling? Come on, we have an auction. Join. You know, do something. All right. So we start auction. Who wanna pay $15 in Discord for 5 rubies? What I would do with rubies? Are you kidding me? 1 Brazilian real? Okay, those guys are cheapo, you know. And when I get this is the hero Prophet Muhammad, 1 Brazilian real. Don't be cheap. This is all about saving your future. What's wrong with people? No? $15 only? This is the maximum? Somebody. $20. Thank you. $20. All right. Who said 21? $20. 25 shekels? What's wrong with shekels? What I would do? How much 25 shekels? I am a Mossad agent, but I don't know how many shekels. 25. All right. $72. Okay, well, now we are talking. Here we go. That's it. Prophet Muhammad here. Hey guys, I'm going to close here and open the auction in Islamic section. £10. Now we are talking. Okay. 7 Ajwa date? You idiot. Thank you. Oh boy. You guys, you know, cheapo. No wonder nobody is making donation to me. And I was wondering, like, where is those people? Where? I mean, we make an auction for Prophet Muhammad hair. I took it from my leg. It's true hair. And yet we could not even get more than $75.50. Unbelievable. Cheapo. No wonder. I am... thank you for your support. Thank you, by the way. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Oh boy. All right. Okay, forget it. I get all of you are a bunch of cheapo. I made a mistake. If I say I have lipstick made by Allah, I am sure donation will come like rain. According to YouTube, less than 10% of those who watch my videos are female. By the way, is it correct the way I say lipstick? They say it's not right to say it lipstick. Is that true? Lipstick. So what they say, like, I should know, lipstick. $80 and 3 potatoes. Now we are talking. Here we go. Thank you, generous people. Here we go. This guy must be from a good family, not like you and the rest of you. $80 and 3 potatoes. I will tell you how I can get rich with the 3 potatoes. 1 potato, you put it in the yard, will make you 1,000 potatoes. Thank you. I just become rich. $1 billion from Wise Man. Wise Man, I have to say sorry. I will strip you from the name. You are not wise at all. $1 million for the hair of Muhammad. You are not wise at all. Wise Man, he donated $1 million. He lost his name. Oh boy. Okay. As you see, we did not get even one Abdul. You know what to do? No Abdul. They are looking for the hair of Prophet Muhammad. Harry Booter. Any Muhammadan? And this is the religion you want to bring to Europe and to America and Australia, and you know, this is the religion this religion will take people to the cave time, to the stupidity. What a bunch of idiots. Huh? All right, I think we have enough for today. Did we? So guys, you can download the video and cut the part where I expose Zakir Naik lies about Muhammad in the Hindu scriptures. Expose them. Expose them. They're trying to fool your kids. Their target is your kids. And a person who loves his family, he will do everything to protect his kids. I mean, even a chicken will attack a wolf to protect her babies. I'm telling you, I saw it with my eyes. The weak chicken, she jumped on the wolf to defend her babies. So what about you? So help us to spread the truth about this filthy religion. Because when you do it, you are helping your children and your society. Those people will destroy any society with their stupidity. This is why I call Islam the termite. You want to destroy a country? Bring Islam to it. Egypt was one of the greatest countries once in the world. Islam came. What happened to Egypt? You see this country is called Syria? This is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. Damascus. Look at that. Look what they do. Wherever they go, they destroy. Muhammad is a termite. And we have to destroy the termite, which is Islam. Thank you all for being here. I hope you guys have a good time. And until I see you again, maybe tomorrow, God bless you. God is good. So is Jesus. I mean to that. And see you soon again. Take care.